first off, hello. Secondly, please don't judge me, okay? I'm asking you to not judge me because I don't know a darn thing about this case. The only thing that I know and what I remember is Casey Anthony's name and the fact that, like, I believe it was around, well, it was around like 2008. I remember I was a kid hearing and seeing this lady's face everywhere, but I never really like tapped into the case. And my recommended literally just put this in front of me. This is another JCS video, and it says there's something about Casey. Sometimes I do feel a little bit stupid because I don't know things that I should, or sometimes I feel like I don't know things that I am supposed to know, but that's not going to deter me from learning about stuff that I'm supposed to know. So I would say I want to get into this case because I literally remember from a child remembering this lady's face. And then I think I don't know when she like came back on the internet or came to the internet. She was like sitting in a car and like I don't know what happened. I genuinely don't. So I would say let's get hip. Hope you guys are having a good day. And if this case like makes you feel any type of uneasy, you know what I'm saying? If you feel like this case is too much, please take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm learning something that's like very important in like American history or something. Like I don't know. And I'm getting a little nervous by this. So I would say let's just get into it. Let's go. The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by the host of this show are for authentic, honest, and entertaining purposes. Unless you don't think I'm entertaining. I repeat, this is my opinion. I am not telling you how or what to think or feel, but I do encourage you to speak your mind and have conversations. Just don't do too much. Also, this video is brought to you by Sebastine's Patreon, where you can access over 1,000 videos of exclusive content. If you want to subscribe and support this amazing community, click the link in the description below, and thank you for everything. Enjoy the video. Is that a kid? What?
Most of you will already be aware of who 2-year-old Kaylee Anthony was.
Oh,
the majority will know
Kaylee.
that she sadly passed away at some point between 1 p.m. and 8 p.m. on June 16, 2008. Her death is undoubtedly the most heartbreaking part of this story, and we only need a single word to epitomize her short life.
Rest in peace.
Tragic.
Yo.
But
Tragic.
the primary subject of this video is not about the life nor the death of Kaylee Marie Anthony. It is in fact about the psychological constitution of her mother, 22-year-old Casey Marie Anthony. So rather than tragic, you'll find the words disturbing and perplexing to be far better suited to the theme of this video.
Disturbing and perplexing. Damn, she got some eyes on her. Holy shit. Oh, gosh.
One of the many reasons this case is exceptional is how the present day's topic of discussion has little to do with the actual occurrences of the crime, but in fact the subsequent developments that followed. People are no longer talking about how or even why Kaylee Anthony passed away. They are instead talking about the manner in which a mother responded to her daughter's death.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. There's like one thing that I'm like, I guess, I swear, I be telling y'all a bunch of stuff that be going through my brain, so please forgive me for a second. But I think there was like this show called All Her Fault that I watched a couple months ago or a month ago or whenever it came out. And one thing that's very interesting is that, and I'm gonna put this case aside, but one thing that is very interesting to me is the visceral reaction to moms when they don't do what quote unquote moms are supposed to do. And that's if like, and I'm not talking about like some extreme things like your child died. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about just like simple human error. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, yo, like hold on, damn, like why, like, obviously I know that like children are supposed to be taken care of, children are supposed to be protected, children are supposed to be this, that, and the third. But it's like sometimes it like gets to a point where like you lost your kid in the store, you are a terrible fucking mother. And it's just like, yo, like, hold on. Like, and I would say probably the show made me think about that because because it's like, damn. Like imagine if something happens to your child and you're the primary person that is supposed to like make sure this child is okay, and just something happens, it oh my gosh, like it just the grace and empathy is always out the window. Like that has to be tiring, and that has to be very nerve wracking. You know what I'm saying? Like especially on top of like, say something has happened to your kid, and I'm saying like, again, nothing crazy happened. You know, it's like sometimes people will treat you as if like you did some heinous thing, but in reality you probably didn't. You just made a human error. And that's not for this case, but it was just something I was just thinking about. Like, it's just, damn, like, fuck, bro, being a mom is hard. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to the moms out there. Mom and grandma, you watching? You probably are. I feel like you will, because I remember I remember I was in your room, Mom, when I heard about this lady name. I remember exactly what happened in terms of like where I was at, but I didn't listen because I was 8 years old. But anyway, well, 9, because this happened June 19th, 2008. I was 9. So yeah, shout out to the moms out there, bro.
Given all the acquired information we now have, even if we afford this person the most morally acceptable possibility of what occurred, her manner of conduct was still unimaginably cold-blooded.
Really?
This is driven home by the fact she was evaluated by 2 clinical psychologists during her time in custody, and
wow.
not a single abnormality was discovered with relation to her psychological state. In other words, there were no signs of mental illness whatsoever. And this makes the character study of Casey Anthony just as fascinating as it is terrifying. A human being's state of mind is something most accurate.
Hey, cuz, why are you zooming her face like this? Good Lord. Oh my gosh.
Assessed with the full capacity of hindsight. So before we evaluate our first segment of raw footage, here's a quick rundown of each of the essential moments that will give you a broader understanding of what we're actually dealing with.
Okay.
On the 15th of July, 2008, Orlando police received a call from Cindy Anthony, the grandmother of the victim.
911, what's your emergency?
I called a little bit ago, the deputy sheriff. I found out my granddaughter has been taken. She has been missing for a month.
What?
We're talking about a 3-year-old little girl. My daughter finally admitted that the babysitter stole her.
The babysitter?
Your daughter admitted that the baby is where?
Hold on, cuz. The babysitter? We have another babysitter story?
But the babysitter took her a month ago. My daughter's been looking for her. I told you my daughter was missing for a month. I just found her today, but I can't find my granddaughter. She just admitted to me that she's been trying to find her herself.
Okay.
There's something wrong. I found my daughter's car today, and it smells like there's been a dead body in the damn car.
Okay, what is the
What the fuck? Whoa. Whoa. What?
3-year-old's name?
Kaylee. Caylee. Anthony.
Huh?
Kaylee Anthony?
Yes.
How long?
So the daughter's been missing for a month. And no, not the daughter. Kaylee has been missing for a month. And Casey, assuming, was trying to find her by herself, and said the babysitter took her for a month. And Cindy found her car, and it smelled like a dead body. Excuse me? What?
Has she been missing for?
I have not seen her since the 7th of June.
Is your daughter there?
Yes.
Can I speak with her?
She there? Hold on, cuz.
They want to talk to you.
I don't have anything to talk to them. What you mean? Hold on. What? What are you talking about?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Can you tell me what's going on a little bit?
I'm sorry?
Can you tell me a little bit what's going on?
My daughter's been missing for the last 31 days.
Why specifically 31? Well, I'm not gonna like peg that question. Hold on. 31 days is crazy.
And you know who has her?
I know who has her. I've tried to contact her. I actually received a phone call today.
Okay.
Now from a number that is no longer in service. I did
What?
speak to my daughter for about a minute.
Who has her? Do you have a name?
Her name is Zenaida Fernandez Gonzalez.
Zenaida Fernandez Gonzalez. Zenaida? I've never heard that name before. Okay.
To give some
Zenaida?
context to this bizarre phone call, Casey Anthony had left the family home with her daughter a month earlier, stating that she had a work assignment in Tampa and would be traveling the entire time. Kaylee's grandparents would ask repeatedly over the following month to see, or at least speak to their granddaughter. But
Okay.
Casey claimed each and every time that she was too busy with work, and
Nigga,
that
what?
Kaylee was with a nanny who went by the name Zenaida Fernandez Gonzalez, or Zanny for short.
Zanny. Why do I remember this fucking name? Oh no, that was like Yanny and Laurel, that shit. Zanny? Okay, what? So why not give the grandparents Zanny's number so they can talk to Zanny? Like what? Huh?
On July 15th, exactly 6 weeks after Kaylee was last seen by her grandparents,
Uh-huh.
George Anthony received a phone call that the family car was at the impound lot. This immediately alerted suspicion, as it was
What?
the same car Casey had supposedly been traveling with for work. Suspicion turned into panic once they picked up the vehicle,
Whoa,
and George
what?
discovered a strong odor emanating from the trunk, one that he recognized from his years as a police officer,
Oh,
and found
shit.
comparable to that of human decomposition. Through contacting one of Casey's friends, her parents managed to track her down at her boyfriend's house in Orlando, where they were found smoking marijuana and watching TV. When
Okay.
inquired over the whereabouts of her daughter, Casey stated that she had been kidnapped 31 days before by
And you just smoking weed on the couch? With your boyfriend? What? Is this like one of those times you gotta wind down because your daughter's missing? You smoking weed on the couch. Your daughter been gone for 30-some days.
the supposed babysitter. It was at that moment Cindy Anthony called 911.
Oh,
911, what's your emergency?
cuz.
Who has her? Do you have a name?
Zanny.
Her name is Zenaida Fernandez
Zenaida.
Gonzalez.
Huh?
Who is that? Babysitter?
She's been my nanny for about a year and a half, almost
Mhm.
2 years.
Why are you calling now? Why didn't you call 31 days ago?
I've been looking for her and have gone through other resources to try to find her.
What resources?
Stupid. I think the officers are here.
Why is she so calm? Why is she so calm?
Officers are there?
Yes.
Now let's indulge in the world of fantasy for just a moment and pretend all of what Casey had just stated was true. She had indeed been working, and her daughter was in fact
She
kidnapped
lied?
by the babysitter a month earlier. The immediate premise most would gather would be that Casey had no regard for her daughter whatsoever. In the 911 call, there was no urgency nor concern in her voice, and rather than her volunteering information, which most parents would do in a frantic manner, it had to be acquired by the dispatcher through repeated inquisition.
Yeah, this is crazy. Like, she literally said she has nothing to talk to them. Like, verbatim. What? Or talk to them about.
All you have to do is compare Casey's dialogue to that of her mother's in the same phone call.
Okay.
One was indifferent, while the other was distraught.
Right.
Police would have picked up on this immediately.
Why is she smiling at the camera like this? Why is she looking at me like that?
Even without the bizarre phone call, the circumstances alone would make Casey the prime suspect in her daughter's disappearance.
Bro,
She was
what?
immediately interviewed as a witness, which, unbeknownst to her, was the detective's first step in locking her into as many lies as possible.
Date
Oh,
right now is July 16, 2008. The time right now is 0411 hours. I'm Detective Mellish with the Orange County Sheriff's Office. I am with Casey Anthony, is that correct?
Yes.
Casey, you understand this is being recorded?
Yes.
You have any objection to that?
No.
All right. Casey, I got called here in reference to a missing child. You took Casey to a babysitter's house.
Yes.
And who was this babysitter?
Her name is Zenaida Fernandez Gonzalez.
Okay. How
Okay.
long had you known Zenaida?
Almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years Christmas this year.
And where did you meet her? Who did you meet her through?
A mutual friend. His name is Jeffrey Michael Hopkins. I met him at
Nickelodeon?
Universal.
What
and
the
I
hell?
met her through him. She was his son's nanny at the time.
Does
Oh,
Jeffrey
okay.
still work at Universal?
No, he does not.
How long has it been since he left?
About 9-10 months, give or take.
Okay.
He moved up to North Carolina for a short time and moved down to Jacksonville within the last 3 months.
How the fuck she know all this shit? I'm not saying she's nosy, but she just makes sure. Sounds like she makes sure what people be doing. I don't be giving a damn about what people be doing for that long. Cause who would give that? Okay. What the hell? She seems very intuitive, but also like the phone call. Like, what do you mean you have nothing to talk to them about? Like, what?
How would you characterize your relationship with Miss Anthony?
More
Oh,
or less
shit.
acquaintances,
Jeffrey is
You were
real.
very good friends?
not very good friends.
Did you ever work at Universal Studios?
I did.
When did you work at Universal Studios?
Approximately 2002.
How long did you work there for?
1 year.
What?
Ever work there at the same time that Casey Anthony worked there?
I don't think so.
You don't recall ever seeing her there?
So he worked from 02 to 03? Why is she lying?
Never.
Did you ever introduce Casey Anthony to a woman by the name of Zenaida Gonzalez?
I did not.
Huh?
Did you ever use Zenaida Gonzalez as a nanny?
No, sir.
What?
Do you have any children?
No, sir.
Who the fuck is Zenaida? Does she exist? Why is she lying?
Have you lived in the Orlando area consistently since 2002?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever lived in Jacksonville?
No, sir.
Have you ever lived in North Carolina?
No, sir.
Did you see Casey Anthony in the month of June of 2008?
No, sir.
When was the last time you spoke to him?
Huh?
About a week and a half ago.
Do you know a telephone number for him?
I can find a number for him. I don't know a number offhand. No, I do not.
So you met Zenaida through Jeffrey Hopkins
I did.
and his
Yes.
son Zach Hopkins, I guess. Zenaida used to watch over Zach?
Yes.
Who the fuck
And
is
when did you
Zach?
start
Nigga ain't got
watching
no
over your child?
kid.
It's been within the last year and a half, 2 years that she started watching Kaylee.
How would you normally drop off, or how would you normally do the exchange with your child and Zenaida? Would you drop the child off? Would she meet you somewhere?
I would usually drop her off. For a few months, we would go over to Jeff's house. He lived over in Avalon Park
And you would go to Jeff's house, why?
to drop off Kaylee. That's where Zenaida would go to watch both of the kids.
Okay.
It was in a nice centralized area. He had a decent sized house. It was good room for the two of them.
Go back to your statement. You dropped off Kaylee June 9th, and walk me through. You dropped her off to go to work?
Mhm.
Okay. Get off of work and go from there.
I got off of work, left Universal, driving back to pick up Kaylee like a normal day.
Right.
And I show up to the apartment, knock on the door, nobody answers.
Okay.
So
So
I call Zenaida's cell phone and it's out of service. I didn't really want to come home. I wasn't sure what I'd say about not knowing where Kaylee was. Still hoping that I would get a call or, find out that Kaylee was coming back so then I could go get her.
Okay.
And I ended up going to my boyfriend Anthony's house, who lives in Sutton Place.
Okay. Casey Anthony
Did you
has a
talk to
boyfriend named
about,
Anthony.
what happened with Kaylee?
No, I did not.
Excuse
Have you talked
what?
to any?
What? What do you mean? Why? How boyfriend is his boyfriend? What? Does he just not know you have a child?
Anyone about Kaylee, about your incident with Kaylee? Or the fact
Outside
that
of-
she's missing?
A couple people, a couple mutual friends.
Who did you talk to about it?
I talked to Jeffrey Hopkins.
Mhm.
I talked to Juliette Lewis. She's one of my coworkers at Universal.
She works. You still work at Universal?
Yes,
What do you do at Universal?
I'm an event coordinator.
Okay. What is Juliet? What position is she? Where she works?
She's also an event coordinator. We work in the same department.
Juliette Lewis doesn't exist.
What?
Casey had briefly worked at Universal, but hadn't been employed there for over 2 years prior to this interview. And she wasn't an event coordinator. She stood behind a kiosk and sold photos of people after they had been on the Incredible Hulk ride.
You have a number for Juliet?
Slim, why is she lying? Why is she lying? Why the fuck is she lying so much? Is she like a pathological liar? Why is she lying?
Offhand, I can't
Yo!
think of one.
Is she in your SIM card?
No, she's not. Some of the more recent numbers, her number just changed because she just moved back up north.
What's
She,
the right numbers
within the last
changing?
2 months, has finished moving up to New York. She's
So-
subleasing her apartment.
So Juliet
Couple
doesn't work
months
at
now.
Universal anymore?
No, she does not.
Sublucent.
What's the reason? I asked you this before, and I'll ask you just for the record. What's the reason you didn't call the police before?
I think part of me was naive enough to think that I could handle this myself, which obviously I couldn't.
Okay.
And I was scared that something would happen to her if I did notify the authorities or got the media involved.
Okay.
Just the fear of the unknown, fear of the
Uh-huh.
potential of Kaylee getting hurt, of not seeing my daughter again.
I asked you this at the onset and asked you before we went on tape, and I'll ask you again just to make sure we're clear. Is there anything about this story that you're telling me that is untrue? Or is there anything that you want to change or divert from what you've already told me?
No, sir.
So she continuing to lie. Why is she
Did you
lying?
cause any injury to your child, Kaylee?
Oh my
No, sir.
gosh.
Did you hurt Kaylee or leave her somewhere and you're worried that if we find that out that people are going to look at you the wrong way?
No, sir.
What?
And you're telling me that Zenaida took your child without your permission and hasn't returned her?
The last person that I've seen with my daughter, yes.
Is she Puerto Rican? Is she Dominican? Is she white?
She's mixed. She's black and Puerto Rican.
Okay. Yeah, well that makes
Is there
sense.
any underlying
Okay.
cause to why Zenaida would have taken your child?
Nothing that,
Did she ever make any statements to you about...
only how much she loves Kaylee and how great of a kid she is.
I ain't gonna lie. Where is the Zenaida lady at? Because obviously she over here talking about people that don't exist. Don't tell me that she just made up this random black and Puerto Rican woman's name with first, middle, and last name. Don't. Yo.
And when you talk to Jeffrey afterwards, I'm
fuck?
assuming that
This is
Jeffrey's
crazy.
child is still with him.
His child is still with him.
You said Zenaida had family up in New England, up in New York or
Yes,
something?
she has family down south. Her mother and her sister. Her brother's in New York. She's originally from New York. Pretty much grew up there, moved down here, went to the University of Florida.
Zenaida, the nanny, doesn't exist.
Nigga, what? What the fuck did she do to her kid, bro? Bro, what? No. This is the second name of somebody that doesn't exist. This is the third or fourth time that she lied. Anybody with a human brain can just be like, what happened? No, like, what's going on? Either she did something or she's covering something else up with these ass lies. Like making up somebody's name, knowing that people can like find out who is who. Why is she lying so much?
Casey never had a babysitter. Being the retrospective viewer, we have the benefit of knowing these are outright fabrications. And these meticulous details are a textbook sign of a pathological liar. She speaks eloquently and naturally, as if her dialogue is a reflex response to the questions she's being asked.
Oh shit, I called it. She's a pathological liar. Oh my gosh. Bro, I've never met a pathological liar before. I don't know how like interacting with them is. I don't know like what, like how has any of y'all talked to a pathological liar before? I don't know how they act, and I feel a little bit scared because the niggas just lying like that just for the sake of the game. Nah, bro.
When in reality, each of these minor details are calculated and deliberately placed for the purpose of deception. And the nonchalant, easygoing tone she employs is used to camouflage anxiety. Casey has not only become accustomed to manipulation, she has become extremely skilled in how to use it effectively. It takes us to the concept of nurture and how it most likely had a significant impact on her current circumstances.
Okay.
If we go through what we know about Casey's domestic history, there are numerous occasions where she had gotten away with things that most would not, simply due to the fact that she was able to continuously lie without conscience.
How are you able to lie this much through years of just lying? Like how is a person so? There's a lot of pictures of this lady. How is a person able to like keep up with lies to be a pathological liar? That means your brain I don't know a specific or anything about like pathological lying, but to me, in my brain that I have now, you have to be very calculated to do that, and you have to also use a lot of brain power to do that. Why is this brain power being used for this specific thing? Like, she made up 2 names. Like, what?
Prime example could be when she was 18 years old and stopped attending class midway through her senior year. She literally skipped the entire second half of her final year to go hang out with her older boyfriend. Her parents became suspicious on several occasions, yet each and every time, Casey had some whimsical excuse to which she was given the benefit of the doubt. Then just days before graduation, her parents were informed by the school of her truancy and that she would not be graduating. When confronted, Casey Casey's excuse was that her timetable was mixed up by the school, causing her to miss classes through no fault of her own.
What?
This is obviously a completely baffling
What the
excuse that
fuck?
no sane person would ever believe. Yet whether it be through denial or an overprotective nature, Casey's parents not only took her at her word, but even shielded her from the consequences of her actions.
Damn, she know how to show them teeth. Oh no. Oh my gosh.
They lied to all their family friends
What
that
is
she
this
graduated
picture?
with honors, and even threw her an extravagant graduation party the day after. This is just one of the many occurrences where Casey faced no ramifications for misconduct.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. If that's what's going, if you, bro, there's something that I like. I'd say I not like learned, but yes, learned and understood. Even though it's not really like something to be like proud of, but it's like if you give somebody a chance to do something, and they do something and is like able to get out of the situation by any means necessary, that's gonna provide a hella confidence in that person, and they're gonna keep doing this shit. Never in my life would I think that I would be able to lie and just keep getting away with lies. My brain don't even remember what the fuck happened yet last week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be having to have people remind me about stuff. Shit, some things that I probably said on this camera, I forgot about, and it may have probably been seen as a lie. Thank you to the lovely people who reminded me of what's going on. Shout out Rayshella. But still, just like, what? How? And she has a lot of pictures, but still, just like the fact that if you give somebody an inch, they will take a mile. That statement is true as fuck. True as heck. Oh my gosh.
It seemed to give her the belief that no matter what she did, as long as she could spin one lie after another, or at least drag a lie out for as long as possible, everything would work itself out. The truth is that everything did work itself out when she was dealing with her parents, and she evidently thought the same rules applied with regard to national law and a missing child's investigation.
What?
After the initial statement you just heard, Casey was asked if she could take police to all places of interest. She happily obliged, and then proceeded to lead them to a multitude of fake addresses which she had nothing to do with. She then took them to her supposed office at Universal Studios and literally led 3 senior investigators to the very end of the building, taking over 25 minutes to walk to, before she finally turned around, put her
Why is
hands
she
in her back
smiling like
pockets, laughed, and admitted that she didn't work there. Completely dumbfounded, the detectives placed her under arrest and took her to a conference room in the building for what was essentially an interrogation.
You gotta have some type of audacity in your body to turn around, put your hands in your pockets and go, ha ha, I don't even work there, stupid. Like, what? What? Let's keep going, cause
Since I left you this morning, I've gone to every address that you've told me. I came over here, I've already talked to all the employees. I found out all these names that you're giving me are people that either never worked here or have been fired here for a long time.
What the fuck?
Okay, so where we are right now is in a position that doesn't look very good for you. Because obviously, I know, and you know, that everything you told me is a lie, correct?
Not everything that I've told you.
Pretty much everything that you've told me, including where Kaylee is right now.
That I don't know where she is.
Sure you do. And here's,
absolutely
listen,
do not know where she is.
let me explain something. Looking at you, I know that everything that you've told me is a lie. I am very confident, just by having talked to you this short period of time, that you know where she is.
I legitimately have not seen my daughter in 5 weeks. I didn't let anything happen to her, except I trusted her with somebody that had been taking care of her, that had been taking good care of her.
But they don't exist.
Someone that she was comfortable with, that I was comfortable with.
They don't exist.
Worked here until about 2 months ago?
No, he hasn't worked here for quite a while.
10 months? How long?
It's been
At least 10 months. It was 9 to
He got
10.
fired in 2002. He hasn't been an employee since 2002.
Where did she even get this dude's name? Hey, bro. Honestly, I didn't even know people can have amusement park like jobs for that long. My dumb ass got fired on my last, not fired. My dumb ass got fucking investigated by police at Six Flags for cooking. Y'all, if y'all new here, y'all probably don't even know the story. For cooking chicken tenders and burgers for my fucking superiors, and somebody snitched on me. I was only there for about like, what, 2 years? 3? It was about like 2 or 3, I think. It was my last day before school, bro. Like, what? I didn't even know people were able to even have, I don't know why I even think like that, but these people don't exist except for, like, why is she lying?
We put a lot more together than I think you realize we put together.
Ooh.
My question to you is, we're in this office because our purpose in coming here was to do what?
I'm trying to think of places where I know she's been.
You're not answering my question. Do you want us to help?
Yes,
you want to help us find your daughter?
I do want you to.
Well, a good starting point would be to answer the questions, okay?
Oh,
If
they're
I
not
say
playing.
you
What
were
are
here because, and then you just ignore that like I never asked it and go off in some other direction. Is that answering the question?
No.
Okay. Well, let's go through this again. We're here because
I lied. Because I brought you up here. And honestly, I was reaching for
No, stop
another
right
avenue.
there. I want you to tell me how lying to us is going to help us find your
That's
daughter.
what I'm saying.
Well, then if the main thing you want to do is find your daughter, and you don't think lying to us is going to help us find her, why would you do that?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. What if, like, the craziest twist is that she just can't help herself from lying? And that's some type of, like, mental shit going on. But the examiner said nothing is wrong with her in terms of something like that. Nah, bro. What? Huh?
Because I'm scared, and I know I'm running out of options. It's been a month.
What are you scared of?
I'm scared of not seeing my daughter ever again.
Bro, it's been 31 days,
I would have
bro.
been beside myself.
I have been.
I would have called the police immediately, and that's the part that I just don't understand.
Yeah, what?
Well,
Like, did she think she was Batman to go find her daughter? Like, hold on. Like, what? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think I would try to find my child too before calling the police. But that's just me being like me. But I would still, wouldn't wait no damn 31 days. 31 days? What the fuck?
We got so many resources out there that we could help
Huh?
on day one.
You didn't know what to do.
I didn't know what to do. At that point, I'm thinking, okay, they haven't been gone that long. Maybe I can find them. Maybe I can track them down.
You know, the whole killer is like, the thing about it, which would make sense to me, is that, okay, boom. There's this lady named Zanny, which is an interesting nickname, but it's with a Z, not an X. So there's that. But Zanny, if I knew where I dropped my daughter off, I would go to the house. And if I didn't see them at the house, I will keep going back to the house. That would take me about like 2.5 days max. Then I'm calling the police. Never in my life would I think that I am this person of just, I don't know, like 31 days. I know that like it life is going fast now, but 31 days is still 31 days. If you got the panic in you, them 31 days gonna feel like 65 days, maybe 100 days. Like, what? I'm befuddled,
Okay,
bro.
what you're doing right now is you're treating us like we're stupid. Everything that's coming out of your mouth is a lie. Everything.
Everything.
You gave Kaylee to someone and you don't want anyone to find out because you think you're a bad mom, or something happened to Kaylee and Kaylee's buried somewhere or in a trash can somewhere,
Oh my
and you had
gosh.
something to do with it. Either way, right now, it's not a very pretty picture to be painting. You're painting
And also, how did the car get impounded? Where did she park at? Where the fuck did she park at?
yourself as a very bad person.
Or where was this car parked?
It needs to end.
The truthful thing
This
is that I
needs to
have not
end.
seen my daughter. The last time that I saw her was on the 9th of June.
Remember we had those two people that we were talking about, the person who had an accident and a person who's just a cold-blooded,
Callous
callous
monster.
That's telling me that you are the second person, this cold-blooded, callous monster who doesn't care and doesn't want to help because she's afraid that something so heinous happened.
You know what? There's something. Hold on. Wait. I've been like, and I think this is something I would like to go back to school for, to solidify. Somebody that like says something like, I'm not in the middle of somebody talking. It's not going to raise like a red flag, but it's going to raise a beige one for me. Because it's like, we're talking about your daughter, trying to trying to find your daughter, and you're the one lying. But when I'm saying just going off of like assumption because you're lying, you're giving us people who don't fucking exist. Imagine if they do exist. That would be crazy. Oh my gosh. I see why this was such a big case back then. But back to the task in hand. Somebody somebody is going on saying a paragraph like this, and they interject saying like, I'm not. What does that say about the person that said I'm not? Especially when you're in a position that you have lied to law enforcement. Like, what does that say? It's something that's like, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm not saying like this is like a smoking gun or anything, but it's just like, this is interesting. Why'd you say that? Why are you? I don't know, bro. I don't.
That everyone's going to look at her and say, she's a monster, she deserves to go away, she
A
deserves
monster.
to never see the light of day, this bad thing should happen to her.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to believe that right now, but you're giving me no choice. Tell us what happened to Kaylee. Tell us what happened to Kaylee.
I dropped off Kaylee.
Slim.
That's the last time that I've seen her. I dropped her
Where
off.
did you drop her off?
Slim.
I dropped her off at that apartment.
What is the
you didn't.
apartment?
That's exactly
No,
where I
you
dropped
didn't.
her off.
Did
No,
you
you
just
didn't.
think that one day she's just going to show up at your house?
Yeah, like you thought she was just going to spawn at your joint? Like, huh?
No, I sat around yesterday trying to figure out what to do. I'm glad that I ended up seeing my mom, that all of that stuff happened. It happened for a reason because
You're
it was
glad you
past
saw
due.
your mom. You could have saw your mom 5 weeks ago and said, Mom, I don't know
I
where.
saw my mom's reaction right off the bat, and it would have been the same from the get-go.
Huh?
So wait a minute. You're more afraid of your mom's reaction than you are if you ever see your daughter again?
You know, I'm absolutely petrified.
At what?
Absolutely petrified. I know my mom will never forgive me. I'm never going to forgive myself.
Slim, that's your mother. What do you mean? She's not going to forgive you for what? Your mom's not going to forgive you because you dropped your daughter off at this Zanny lady's house? Because you trusted her to be a babysitter? Because from what you're saying is that you got it from Jeffrey. We're going off of the sense that that she's telling the truth. We know that she's not telling the truth. But going off of this, your mom is not going to talk to you ever again because you dropped your daughter off at a babysitter that you trusted. And if you trusted this babysitter, then that should mean that your mom and dad should know the babysitter, but they didn't know because they didn't have the babysitter's number. So I'm trying to figure out, like, are these like helicopter parents or something? Casey, like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. That don't make sense to me. I know my mom will never forgive me. That's your mom. Is your mom the type of mom to never forgive you for a mistake that you made? Like, say you actually did drop this off at Zanny's house and she took the child. First off, that's not, even if that's like a thing, that wouldn't be on you, because say you did a background check and it just turns out Zanny was just some crazy type of person and it did some crazy ass shit. Your mom is not going to forgive you for that. I mean, I don't know family dynamics, but I'm just like, huh? I don't know, bro. Like, what? I don't know. Cause I like, if I ever, knock on wood, if I ever have a babysitter and the babysitter just trips the fuck out, my first thing, I'm not gonna give a fuck about what my mom says. I'm sorry. I want to find my kid. I want my fucking kid. I don't give a fuck about what sorry, mom. I don't care what you think of me right now because I'm trying to find a kid. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hold on. I don't care about how you feeling right now. That's not important. The importance is finding the kid. What the fuck happened to Kaylee, cuz?
Is it that there's some other thing more important in your life right now?
Yeah, like
you're more
what?
really focused on what you were saying when you told us, so you kind of just accidentally told us you had an office here and we needed to be here, or did you purposely mislead us? Which of those two is it?
I purposely misled.
Okay, so you purposely
For
misled
what?
us. This was all in an attempt to help find your daughter, right? That makes sense to you, correct?
In a backward sort of way, yes.
What are you talking about, bro?
I'm coming
What?
back to places that are familiar to me, that I know are familiar to her.
Huh?
Familiar situations that
What did you
maybe,
think?
just
How old is
maybe
she?
would help. She's almost 3.
She's almost 3. What do you think, she's going to take a cab here? I mean,
yeah, like, huh?
Because she's with someone else.
She's with someone else who's hid her from you for 5 weeks.
5 fucking weeks.
Why would a person who has hid your daughter from you for 5 weeks, okay, bring her to the building that you used to work at?
Yeah, like what?
I don't know.
Why the fuck would Zanny bring the kid that they hiding from you to fucking Universal Studios? They gotta go through. I've been to Universal Studios, damn it, and I would like to go back. I hope Universal Studios has not done anything crazy, because I don't fuck with Disney World. Fuck Disney World. I don't fuck with Disney World. I don't know if Universal Studios is connected to Disney World. That's besides the point, bro. Like, what? Why would you? What the fuck? Why would the person that stole your kid? Why the fuck would she go to a random building at Universal Studios, knowing damn well she gotta go through the joint? She gotta scan the beep. She gotta scan some shit to go to Universal Studios. You can't just spawn at Universal Studios like you a school bus in GTA 5. You can't do that. Why is she lying? What the fuck happened to her kid, bro? Like, this is frying the fuck out of me.
I don't know what else to do anymore. If I knew
Bro,
where she
what?
was, if something would have happened.
And also, it's like, bro, somebody who has just like a regular brain, it can be like half smooth, half rigidy. You would think, like, bro, this sounds dumb. It sounds crazy. Why are you lying? First off, why did you just make this name up? You know what? I'm about to look up who the fuck is Zanny. Because hold on, because I don't trust nothing I see on the damn internet right now. Anything could be anything, bro. What's her name? Zanny the nanny. What the fuck? Zanny the nanny? Oh. Wait, what? Wait, Zanny's a real name? No fucking way. Hold on, cuz. Oh shit. I'm on Reddit. I don't even know if anything is true right now. I'm on Reddit right now. Hold on, cuz. It says Zanny the nanny. When was the first time Casey brought up Zanny? Not talking about her telling the detectives, but when was the first recall of Casey telling people that Kaylee was with Zanny? If this was 2 weeks, months, or a year before Kaylee went missing, why lie about who was looking after your daughter? Who was actually looking after her daughter? Why give a false name? So many questions about this lies she sold. Why hasn't anyone come forward to say that they were her babysitter? Why hasn't she named someone? It begs the question: who was looking after Kaylee when it was George or Cindy or a friend? It said no. What? Cuz who the fuck is Zanny? I just saw something that said this is a real name. Who the fuck is Zanny the nanny? Bro. Zenaida Fernandez Gonzalez. Is this a real person? It's a real person. What the fuck? Oh my gosh. It's a real person. Oh my gosh. Yo, it's a real person. I mean, she's a real person. Oh, I'm so sorry. Bro, what? What? Oh my gosh. No fucking way. Wait. Hold on, cuz. Huh? What? Cuz it says, hold on. It says Zenaida Fernandez Gonzalez did prove to be an actual person, but Zanny the nanny did not. The real Fernandez Gonzalez had no relationship whatsoever with Casey, Kaylee, or Jeff Hopkins. She later sued Casey Anthony for defamation. Bro, what? First off, how do you find these names? This is really crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. What the fuck? What the hell? Casey lied about not lying. Bro, this is... What? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. This is a lot. We're only 20 minutes in this video. Okay, this is gonna be a doozy. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. What the fuck?
I I would have admitted that
Do
a
you
long
think?
time
Do you
ago.
think?
I'm sorry. I thought this Zenaida lady was not real from the information that's caused. What the fuck? JCS, did you correct this?
Do you believe thinking up more lies to tell us will help us?
She's with someone that I absolutely do not trust, and that I'm absolutely scared that
you don't trust yet was babysitting your daughter for a year.
I don't trust her now because of what happened.
Who did you?
Hey, of course you wouldn't trust her now if she got your fucking cat. I was gonna say child. I don't know why I said cot.
Call first? Who did you go to for help first to help try to find her?
No one.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'm glad we got that straightened out.
Casey was then taken to the county jail, where she in the evening hours was able to make a phone call, and just happened to see her mother on the local news moments before speaking to her.
Casey?
Mom.
Hey, sweetie.
Well, I just saw your nice little cameo on TV.
Cameo?
Which one?
What do you mean, which one?
Why the fuck she talking like that? Why is she talking like that?
Which one? I did 4 different ones, and I don't know. I haven't seen them all. I've only seen 1 or 2 so far.
You don't know what my involvement is and stuff?
Casey?
Mom.
What?
No.
I don't know what your involvement is, sweetheart. You're not telling me where she's at.
Because I don't f***ing know where she's at. Are you kidding me?
Damn, I ain't gonna lie. I was. Anytime somebody cusses at their parents, it really like makes me feel like, whoa, what the fuck? Oh my gosh. Never in my life could I even do. Oh my goodness. A lot of people have different types of dynamics with their family. Oh.
Casey, don't waste your call to
No.
scream and holler at me.
Waste my call sitting in the jail?
Whose fault is you sitting in the jail? You're blaming me that you're sitting in the jail?
Not
Blame
my
yourself
fault.
for telling lies. You mean it's not your fault? What do you mean it's not your fault, sweetheart? If you'd have told them the truth and not lied about everything, they wouldn't...
Do me a favor, just tell me what Tony's number is. I don't want to talk to you right now.
Why you
I
call?
don't have his number.
We'll get it from Lee because I know Lee's at the house. Get Tony's number for me.
What? Damn.
Hey,
Hey, can you give
Lee just spawned. What?
me Tony's number?
I can do that. I don't know what real good it's going to do you at this point.
Well, I'd like to talk to him anyway.
Why?
Okay.
Because I called to talk to my mother, and it's f***ing waste. Oh, by the way, I don't want any of you coming up here when I have my first hearing for bond and everything else. Like, don't even waste your time coming up here.
Damn, girl, hold on. She got some spunk to her. Is this how she is? Holy shit. She in the jail talking heavy. Oh. Why is she talking to her family like this? Like what did the family do? Like oh my gosh. Yo, she don't sound frantic at all. She just sound like she finna get them or something. Like, what Tony know that you need to know? Because you thought to call your mom first because you thought your mom was going to do something, or did you just call your mom just to be like, I saw your little cameo on TV? I ain't gonna lie. If I'm in the jail, I'm not wasting a call on that shit to say, I saw your little cameo on TV. Like, huh? So why you want to talk to Tony? I don't even know who Tony is. It's probably, well, her boyfriend, obviously. Like, yo, why she getting bucked like this, bro?
You're making it real tough for anybody to want to try to... I'm not going around and around with you. That's pretty pointless.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, this shit would not fly with me. You ain't finna talk to me from no jail, getting bucked with me talking heavy like that. I hang up on you and make you lose your collect call. She probably, I'm not gonna lie, she probably, like, was just, like, given a pass to just talk to people. Like, why would you talk to your mama like that? Man, don't ever try to say something to me about anything getting bucked. Girl, you in jail for lying. Click. Get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck is you talking to?
Christina would love to talk to you.
Somebody, I want to talk to fucking Tony. You're talking to my fucking mother was what? Like, hold on, Slim. No. This ain't about you in jail. You know what I can do right now? Boop, boop, boop. The fuck? Quicker than you say fuck. You heard me.
Because she thinks that
What's wrong with her?
you tell her what's going on.
Damn.
Frankly, We're going to find out. Everything
I have
she's
no
telling
clue
them
where
is
Kaylee
lie.
was. If I knew where Kaylee was, do you think any of this would be happening? No.
Bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I'm not going to let you completely waste it. Here's Christina. She thinks she can get through.
No, I want Tony's number. I'm not talking to anybody else.
Hello?
Hi, I'm glad everybody's at my house. Do me a favor, get my brother back because I need Tony's number.
Does Tony have anything to do with Kaylee?
No, nothing.
Okay, so why do you want to talk to Tony?
He's my boyfriend, and I want to actually try to sit and talk to him because I didn't get a chance to talk to him earlier because I got arrested on whim today.
You love your boyfriend that much? You don't remember his number? I mean, all right, respect. All right. Well, you keep talking to people like that, you ain't getting that damn number. You know, you can get as buck as you want. Well, you can get about as buck as a Milwaukee Buck. You can get as buck as Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't like people talking to people like this on the phone, especially if you over here, if you calling me and the first thing I hear when I pick up the damn phone is this is a collect call from, you don't you can be nice. You could be nice. Have some politeism. Be fucking polite. Over here begging people to give you this person number. Nobody know this nigga number. And you obviously don't know his number. So it must not be that important. Why the fuck do you want to talk to Tony? Now she getting me irritated. Like, yo, why you talking to people like that? Shit.
I just want to talk to Tony and get a little bit of...
She over and she from Florida. My family from Florida. Why you talking to your peoples like this, bro? Like, this is... Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. My family was smacked the shit out of me through the phone. Hold on, man. My bad.
To tell me if you know anything about Kaylee. Sweetheart, if anything happens with
Don't call me sweetheart, Slim.
You understand? I'll die. If anything happens to that baby.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God. Calling you guys, a waste. Huge waste.
Casey appeared in the court the next morning and was initially denied bail by the judge. He cited his reason as her undeniable disregard for the...
Also, am I tripping? Like, what do y'all think about this case? Like, please send in the comment. I'm going to ask again later. This is throwing me off. Because I don't know what's about to happen. Like, bro, oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Welfare of her own child. She was kept in protective custody, and it would be 9 days until she received her first visit from her parents.
And her mama came up there too. She talking to her mama like that, and her mama still came to visit her through a collect Zoom call. This was Windows Explorer? Yeah. She over here came in, you over here talking to your mama like that. Like, come on, bro. I thought that was a black man. I was gonna say, wait, what the fuck? By his arm.
Hi. Sweetie, we've been watching you for so long. You haven't? I love you. I love you too. Hi.
Oh, they're changing tone.
We've been
Okay.
seeing you sitting down. We forgive anything that you've said. Oh, or done.
Hold on. Can we turn the volume down? Yeah, you can probably hear it. My head's gonna explode.
Why is she laughing at
That
her?
T-shirt. I didn't get a chance to ask him. Other things.
Kaylee's picture's on the back.
Aw.
Is it? Can Dad show me the shirt?
Yeah, turn around so she can see. It's the Never Lose Hope Foundation. Do you see it?
Okay.
I can see
Your
part
picture?
of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen me? And then it has the information on how to contact.
Okay.
Casey, you don't realize that whole United States is looking for our Kaylee.
I know that, Mom.
Her cover's going to be on People magazine in a few days.
Okay.
With a readership of over 46 million adults in America, having your missing child on the front cover of People magazine would seem as a godsend to most. Yet Casey's response is almost as if it's a lost cause.
What you mean?
Everybody is looking for her.
Good.
Everybody is looking for her.
Okay.
Are we going to be able to find her, do you think?
I hope we can, Mom. Now, I didn't get a chance to ask Lee.
Can you look up a little bit more? Raise your eyes up a little bit. There you go. So now, look straight up so I can look into your eyes, darling. Thank you.
Look at your mom and eyes,
I
bro.
need to do that. It's
You
okay to
crying.
cry, Casey.
What the fuck happened
It's
to
all right,
Kaylee,
love.
bro? This is crazy.
We've all been crying.
Setting aside morality and ethics for just a moment, Casey at this point would be emotionally exhausted. She had been sitting in an isolated jail cell for almost 2 weeks as the entire world was turning against her. Anyone in her position, guilty or otherwise, would be at near breaking point, and her composed exterior now finally slips.
I ain't gonna lie, niggas been sitting in that pen for 2 weeks, and a whole story is happening, and you don't even know until you get to that what was it, that common area TV, or somebody tell you, girl, you on People Mag. Actually, you not even on People Magazine. Your daughter is on People Magazine. Like, bro, oh my gosh. I'm just saying, oh my gosh, it's like, I bet you won't get bucked now. Man.
She, for a brief moment, allows herself to be vulnerable, and for perhaps the first time, expresses the pain of her situation. This is one of the few moments where Casey's true self is on display. Of itself, it's a touching moment between a mother and daughter. Yet if we add in the context of the surrounding elements, she is only expressing this pain for herself. Just a moment ago, when she saw her deceased daughter's face on her father's shirt, none of this emotion came out.
Casey, I want to ask you just a couple questions.
God.
Don't call
the
out to
rest
him.
of the visit is extremely bizarre. Casey's parents try to extract any information they can about Kaylee's possible whereabouts, and each time are essentially dismissed by Casey as if they're asking pointless and irritating questions.
Do we have any pictures of Sandy's apartment?
Lee and I already talked about this. I don't know. It could be on the desk at home. I don't know.
What is your... I can't get into your...
I gave Lee everything already.
Give it to your mom. Like, what?
I gave Lee all of the passwords, everything we could possibly.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Shit like this be making me be making me annoyed. It's like when people be like, bro, I gave this to this other person. Girl, I'm talking to you right now. I am your mother. I don't give a fuck about no damn Lee. Ain't Lee her brother? You ain't gonna give the spawn point of her brother, his mother? The fuck is you talking about? Give us the shit. Give us the shit. What the fuck is, like, what's going on, bro? Like, what's happening? Damn. Oh, gosh, I don't like that shit at all. Fuck. Are you trying to find Kaylee, cuz? Or you just gallivanting for the... What happened to her? Like...
I want to get
all over again.
I want to get some video clips off Kaylee, because the video clip with Grandpa is really helping people. Still pictures don't show.
No, they don't show her personality.
Right, and we need to show her personality, so I need to make sure we get that password.
Yeah, I gave Lee the password.
Please look up, sweetheart. I need to see your eyes.
I want to be able to look at you guys too. I can't.
Then look up. Oh, you look at me in your eyes, bro. Look at me. Look at your mother in her eyes. I swear, I don't know what her dad over here doing. I don't even know. Like, he just there, I guess, supporting his wife. I don't.
I can't look at you and look at the camera.
Well, you don't have to look at the camera. Look at me.
I'm looking at you.
Okay.
You're sitting very low.
And you sitting low too.
The exchange switches back and forth from inquisitive and challenging to sympathetic and loving. And every time her parents stop inquiring over the case and show that they still care about Casey herself is when the tears come out.
Do you want to speak to your father now?
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, gorgeous, how you doing?
I look like hell.
Well, you know something? You really need to keep your spirit high for all this.
I have.
Hold your head.
While I've been in here.
Well, you know
trying
something?
to read books and do other things to keep my mind off of stuff.
Okay.
Well, you know, I want to be able to reach out and hug you and give you the big Papa Joe hug.
What the fuck happened to this kid, bro?
But you know, we got to get that little girl back any way we can, and we're
Dad,
doing everything we can.
My only concern. I gave Lee a statement. I want him to speak to whoever in the media, give them a statement specifically from.
Bro, your dad is wearing a fucking foundation shirt. Why is she not giving information to her parents? Like, why? Like, you're talking about Lee. Or do you just love your brother more than your parents or something?
He's gonna give them an exact quote.
Every time Casey's parents mention that people are willing to help with a search, Casey dismisses their credibility and even attacks some of their characters while she's at it.
What?
Tara?
Tara from
Tara?
Michigan.
You mean Mark's psycho ex-wife, Tara?
Yes.
Listen.
Yeah, everybody finna be boots on the ground. What the fuck is you talking about? Cause the source is not giving us everything. We gotta go to leave for some shit and come back over here. Gotta process our shit to go through a security shit to talk to your ass over this damn Windows Movie Maker Zoom. And you talk about some terror, bro. What the fuck? Like, what is? I think I'm doing too much right now. I need to calm down. I also need to go to the bathroom. Give me a quick second. This is crazy. You know, the thing about this is that, like, I'm gonna calm down for a second and not get overzealous over this phone call. I did that because I don't know. It's just something in me that has a visceral reaction to people talking to people talking to their parents a certain type of way. And I'm saying that because I grew up with Southern parents, so they punch me in the chest or the mouth if I talk to them like that. That's it. We still don't know if she did this or not. I don't know, and I'm learning in real time, and it's really going to like mess me up if like she's like covering for somebody, and she didn't like do anything to her. Like, I don't know. And maybe she's just a dickhead or something. Like, she just talked to people like that. You know, because those people do exist, and that don't mean that they're child killers. You know what I'm saying? But just like the stuff that's going on, it don't. I ain't never seen no shit like this before. I've never seen nothing like this before.
People like Tara, people like Jesse, who are maybe trying to help, even Christina, God bless her, don't know what the hell they're talking about.
I want you to know, I want to take your pain away from you. So, you know, you can tell me anything.
Damn, he a real dad.
I miss you, sweetie.
He a real dad.
I know that. I miss you too.
I wish I could have been a better dad and better grandpa, you know?
You've been a great dad and you've been the best grandfather. Don't for a second think otherwise.
Well, you know,
you and Mom have been the best grandparents. Kaylee's been so lucky. Kaylee is so lucky to have both of you. I can't even put into words how glad I am that she's had both of you. And that she still has both of you.
You know, it goes without saying, you know, that our house is empty without both of you there. It's empty. All the little things we took for granted, we miss them so much.
That's exactly how I feel.
All your little things and all her little things, it hurts. We're not there. Mom and I are just going through the motions, you know?
I ate coleslaw today. Tell them I ate coleslaw.
Well, you're probably eating a lot of things you never used to eat before because when you're
They
hungry,
get
you'll
coleslaw in prison.
I hated bologna. I've been eating bologna and cheese on occasion.
Hey, boy, I ain't gonna lie, boy. If my ass did some shit and I go to jail, I ain't never going to jail because I don't commit crimes. Knock on wood, too, though. I am black. But, bro, if I end up in the penitentiary and they serving coleslaw, beans, it's over. Niggas eating coleslaw, beans, and nothing else. No porridge. I don't know what they serve in jail. Coleslaw? What the hell?
Grits? I don't.
Hold on, grits is alright though. Hold on, girl. What the fuck?
Terrible.
What the fuck wrong with you? I ate grits this morning.
You know what? You're gonna eat what's in front of you.
We get another glimpse at Casey's skill in fabricating information and her ability to intertwine specific details to afford her lies some credibility. These minor intricacies are what would make her extremely convincing if we didn't happen to know otherwise.
They never searched by her full name. They searched by Zenaida Fernandez or Zenaida Gonzalez, never by her full name.
And it's Z-E-N.
Z-E-N-A-I-D-A. I don't think she has a middle name. There was never a middle name on anything that I remember seeing. And I know she went by both last names. She always has.
Okay.
Since she was younger, since her mom remarried.
Why does she know all this information?
You don't know what her stepdad.
Fernandez Gonzalez.
Fernandez Gonzalez.
But you don't know what Fernandez Gonzalez.
I think her dad's first name is...
I'm not gonna lie, the thing that's kind of like frying me is like she's so, and I mean Casey, she's so intricate with detail, but I have not heard an address. She's so intricate into knowing the specifics of her even maybe not having a middle name, but still saying Zenaida Fernandez Gonzalez. But there's no address. There's no address of where she dropped her off, or maybe I missed it or I haven't heard it. Like, why is nobody asking this? What?
Victor, her stepdad, or that could be her real dad, but I remember her saying Victor.
How do you know
Victor,
all this about this lady?
Victor and Gloria are her parents, but they're separated or divorced.
They are as of now, yeah. That was her stepdad.
Divorced.
But I know she has a lot of money. That's where she got the car from.
What?
I only get 1 or 2 phone calls a day that, that are not nice phone calls.
What you
But I
mean?
get many, many, many phone calls and many people reaching out that just believe in you.
Mama, what you talking
They
about?
believe in us finding Kaylee.
Oh, I was about to say, she probably talking about like phone calls about Casey. I was about to say, hold on, Mom, what the fuck? Why are you getting bad phone calls? Huh?
Okay? So keep your head up high.
Hold your head,
But
bro.
if you think of anything that could help, don't be afraid.
Oh, I won't hesitate to let you guys know.
You have to keep thinking positive feelings, Casey.
Oh, I know, I have been. I've been staying as positive as I can.
But do you think after this long she'd still be local?
There's a possibility.
What's your gut telling you right now?
My
You have
gut's
the
telling
same-
me that she's okay.
30
Okay.
days?
And your gut tells you that she's close or some.
Bro, 31 days. What? 31? Ain't that like a thing of like first 48? That's 48 hours. That's like 31 days.
She's hiding.
She's not far. I know in my heart she's not far. I can feel it.
Okay.
This was perhaps the first time Casey told the truth when speaking of her daughter's whereabouts,
What you
as she
mean?
indeed wasn't that far away.
Whoa.
Her attorney, Jose Baez, eventually managed to get
Of course, Jose fucking bite. God dang it.
her bail, and Casey was fitted with an electronic monitoring device and released on August 21st. She had spent just over 1 month in custody. 2 months later, police were granted permission to arrest Casey.
I had a whole reaction to Jose Baez because, bro, I remember Jose Baez, like, he was like representing, who the fuck was he representing? Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Jose Baez. Who did he represent? There's a case I like thought about. Jose Baez clients. What was his clients? Exactly. I knew it. It was fucking a Harvey Weinstein, bro. Wait, he did Aaron Hernandez too? He did Tory Lanez too? Alex Rodriguez. Oh, what the fuck? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was about to say, I only remember him from doing Harvey Weinstein and Daniel Snyder from the Washington football team. Like, bro, sorry. Okay.
On the charge of first-degree murder. She was taken in for interrogation August 21st. She had spent just over 1 month in custody. 2 months later, police were granted permission to arrest Casey on the charge of first-degree murder.
Oh my
She
gosh.
was taken in for interrogation,
Oh.
but immediately requested her right to counsel. She was kept in the interview room while awaiting her attorney, and the
Okay.
released footage of that period is so bizarre to the point where it's almost comical. The detectives give off a passive, yet glaringly obvious vibe that lets Casey know exactly what they think, being that she is guilty of her daughter's probable death and a fundamentally terrible human being on every imaginable level. Casey's response to this is to essentially ignore it and act as if the discourse between them and the situation itself is an everyday occurrence,
Excuse
one
me?
that perhaps doesn't concern the disappearance of her daughter, for which she is being charged for. You'll notice that she effortlessly maintains the same confident and talkative disposition that she had in her previous interviews with police. It's almost surreal to watch given the circumstance, and the visual element adds an entire new level to the absurdity.
Yeah, and also this shit looks like backroom footage. Bro, back in 08 or 09, they had some crazy cameras. This is eerie. Not her making sure her hair is alright.
The first segment of footage shows the arresting officer waiting with Casey for the lead investigator to arrive.
Okay.
He initiates the conversation by bringing up the subject of Casey's parents. He asserts that he's worried about them, but the actual message he's putting across is that he essentially knows Casey is guilty and that she isn't fooling anyone. It's an indirect yet obvious accusation.
What the fuck
I was afraid that
happened?
some of what I said to them probably offended them because I told them that if I find out something that you don't want to hear, I'm going to tell you anyway.
Well,
Just
honestly,
because-
they'll respect that. That's just, you know, the type of people that they are in the same way.
I know they are. It was never my intention to piss anybody in your family off.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not in it to get a conviction. I get nothing out of it. I get zero.
Exactly. You have a job you're trying to do.
I've
You know?
found a few, and I've not found a few, and it sucks both ways.
Yeah, I agree.
So.
What? Oh, hold on, bro. Like, this energy is something I'm not used to. In terms of anything being good, I would say I'm not used to it. And like the end, or just like as time goes by, I get like a pit in my stomach when somebody like is talking like that. Or it's just like somebody is like saying like, no, you're good. No, yeah. No, yeah. No, I know. It's like, bro, what? Oh my gosh.
It is. Where I get sideways with people tends to be when attorneys get involved.
I've heard most people say that. They don't like attorneys very much.
I have many family members that are attorneys. I have no problems with attorneys.
Or maybe she's just mad charismatic. That I'm gonna just go out on a limb and just assume that.
What I have problems with are, at some point, we have to set aside the rules and we have to find kids. And you know what? So be it. That's why I told you in the car. You know, if you tell me anything now, I'll get up and say, yep, I heard it, and she'd already invoked it. We can't use any of it. That's just the way it is. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
The detective here has essentially just asked Casey for the information he knows she has about her missing child. Rather than retaliate and refute the blatant accusation, Casey continues with her sharp responses of accordance, as if to say she agrees, and knows exactly where the detective is coming from.
Okay.
Yet although she apparently agrees, she offers no information or follow-up dialogue thereafter. It's so incredibly awkward, yet equally intriguing to watch.
And, you know, when we did another case that I was involved in, you know, they lost a confession. And I sat there and I looked right at the guys that we worked with. I said,
That's not what's
who
important.
cares?
Yeah.
We found her. We found her, and he's going to get what is coming to him. That's not my job.
You know, the type of energy that I'm getting is like that person that steals your phone in high school and helps you look for it and try to act like your friend, and they that person that stole your phone. Like that's such like a memeable like situation, but bro, that shit happens so fucking much.
You know? And it works out in the end. And it works out in the end on all sides, to be honest with you. It may not be comfortable for everybody.
Yeah.
And I've done things that if I get caught for, I'm not going to be comfortable, I can tell you that. It's just the way life is.
It's the way life goes.
But it's not the end of the road either. And that's what we have to keep in mind. It's not the end of the road. You know?
Casey then casually brings up the topic of the grand jury and the media surrounding her murder trial. She raises the questions as if she's talking about her favorite daytime TV show.
Yeah, I know.
But if the subpoena itself is just a regular federal or
certain
grand
things
jury
are
subpoena, that's public record.
knowledge. Yeah.
It doesn't say what it's for. It doesn't say what case it's in. It doesn't. It just says you're subpoenaed to appear before the grand jury.
Well, with them announcing that, you know, there was going to be a grand jury, and obviously my name was thrown out, and they knew who the grand jury was for.
Who threw your name out?
All of the media said that it was from an inside source, meaning in here. So that's where they all say is.
I can tell you
getting
what I
their
think
sources
of the
from.
media and what I think of people who leak stuff to the media.
I think it's garbage. Yeah,
Garbage.
I agree. That's the next way of putting it.
That doesn't make it any less necessary. Without them, I'll be quite honest, without the media, we don't find a quarter of the kids that we
Oh, I
are
agree.
looking
It
for.
helps. The exposure has helped bring in so many tips for my daughter.
But at the same time, what it creates is it creates a monster that otherwise isn't necessary.
Exactly.
The tips are what the tips are. If it was a local media only, it would be much easier to work.
Yeah.
When you make it the national media, then you come up with...
You get the Nancy Graces.
Well, you get the
Nancy
tips
Grace.
Also that come from Hawaii that say, I saw Kaylee.
Wait, Nancy Grace. Wait, who is Nancy Grace? Nancy Grace. I've heard that name before. Who the fuck is Nancy Grace? I don't know. It's not time to worry about Nancy Grace right now.
Oh, really? Okay, let me call Hawaii and let me send them out. Let me do that.
Ones that are a little bit closer.
Those are what I consider local. Because the local stations are going to cover that. That's contiguous
why
to
the
the state
fuck
of Florida. That's not.
When people are only getting their information from the Nancy Graces or from Globe magazine or People or, stuff like that. Are you kidding me?
You're not going to break bad, right?
This nigga just spawned in so fast. Oh my God.
We're going to call him on my cell phone.
Okay. I know this is, that's not good.
Pull it back there. Just slide your hands out. No,
I honestly can't. So they're a little tight.
Thanks for entertaining. Slide your
Way to
hands
go,
out.
Corporal Edwards.
Actually, if I could, I would have done that for you.
Do you know Baez's phone number off the top of your head?
No, I do not.
How can we get the cell number or his number?
I know his office number.
What is that?
407.
I've identified myself. You know why you're in custody.
Yes.
And you signed this. You want your attorney present.
Yes. Hey, it's Casey. I'm with Corporal Edwards. I know the last name. Sorry. I'm at the Sheriff's Department. If you'd like to come down and meet with us, thank you. Yes. And to answer your other question, from that picture, I cut my hair. It was really short. Even last year, I just started growing it back out.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Niggas don't get no fuss about that. I ain't gonna hold you.
Just about that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
It's been a long day.
It has been.
How was my dad this morning?
Is she trying to dominate the conversation or something? I would think that she's really good at conversation. You probably have to be a pathological liar, right?
In our time.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I only saw from the media and got a chance to hear him talking to my mom. I spoke to him last night and this morning for just a quick second before he left, so.
Yeah, I talked to him this morning for a little bit. He was with Mark, and he was really struggling. I mean, I can imagine he was having a hard time. He was being called in to essentially provide testimony to indict you, to at least. And he was really struggling with that.
Yeah.
And I felt bad for him, to be honest with you. I truly did.
Well, I even told him last night.
Hey, bro, are they over here talking to this lady because they think she purdy or something? Is that what that is? Because why are we having this exposition? I don't like this shit in movies. I don't like this shit in real life. Bro, where the fuck is your daughter? I don't give a fuck about your bob. I don't give a fuck about you cutting your hair. I don't care about none of that shit, bro. Where the fuck is Kaylee? What happened? I know we need to have this dialogue though, but it's just bro, it's ancillary information. Where the fuck is your kid, bro?
I know he was subpoenaed, and under the law, he had to answer whatever questions were asked him, and I told him to do what he had to do.
Imagine you were Casey, but void of any wrongdoing
I don't
whatsoever.
want to.
Your daughter was kidnapped 5 weeks ago, and now a detective who thinks you're the culprit is relaying the agonizing moments of your father providing information for your arrest. No matter how stoic or self-controlled 5 weeks ago, and now a detective who thinks you're the culprit is relaying the agonizing moments of your father providing information for your arrest. No matter how stoic or self-controlled your nature, you would most likely be in tears or completely enraged at the overwhelming unjustness of the situation.
I mean, yeah, if my father gave me up to the police, yeah, I'd be a little bit damn, Dad, why you rat on me, Dad? Why you do that? This, that, the third. But the thing is, this is such a unique situation that if your dad, hold on, wait a damn second. Go ahead. If your dad gave more information to the police, what does her dad know? What more information? What does her dad know?
You anxious about today?
What?
I have been. I mean, this is something, honestly, we've been preparing for from the beginning just because of words that were directly spoken from Yuri Melich and also from Sergeant Allen. They were saying that this is what they were planning on doing from the very beginning.
Okay, I'm gonna just assume she's like really good with names and she has like photo memory about names. Cause this is crazy. Never in my life would I'm able to say everybody's like full joint. Man. Okay.
On that first day. So they wrote me off within the first couple hours. That was the only time they ever made any effort to try to talk to me one-on-one. And
No, it was kind of difficult.
that was kind of difficult considering.
Well, considering, obviously, in light of everything that's going on and the fact that you've been arrested for other things, makes it a little more difficult to sit down and even talk to you.
I bet it do, so.
It's not that we haven't wanted to.
Yeah. But I do have counsel, and that's something that, my attorney's always been a phone call away.
Right, okay.
Has your attorney ever told you that we would like to speak to you?
And we had agreed, him and I together, that we would all sit down together, him and I, and you guys, and, we'd entertain whatever questions you have, and
There is no possible way that a defense attorney would actually sit down and, as Casey states, entertain any question the police have for them. Yet if we weren't paying close attention, we would take her at her word due to the eloquence of her dialogue and not realize everything she's saying is complete nonsense.
So I actually thought that we made it pretty clear that, we wanted to talk to you. I mean, obviously, we can't come to you and ask you.
Yeah, understandably.
I thought that you were aware that if you wanted to talk to anybody, that all you got to do was simply ask.
Right.
Well, I know it goes both ways on that, and I guess it would have needed to come from me. I should have been the one to have, come forward with it. But, we did open up that door to law enforcement before, when Sergeant Allen was making a big deal saying, well, we want to talk to her. When can we talk to her? And he's saying, well, the door's open.
I don't believe he ever told us the door's open.
What's fascinating is how instinctive and confident her assertions are. In any other circumstance, or even without the knowledge we have now, you would have no reason not to believe everything she's saying.
I've heard the words come out of his mouth, even myself, directed to other people that maybe didn't either relay the message or took it a different way, so I don't know. I think the lack of communication has put people in opposite corners when everybody has the same goal, is to find Kaylee. We all still feel, I as a mom, I know in my gut, there's the feeling as a parent, you know certain things about your child, you can feel that connection. And I still have that feeling, that presence. I know that she's alive. Whether
I know
you
that
have
she's alive.
a bucket load of evidence downstairs that contradicts that and says otherwise, or
I know that she's alive.
all you have is speculation.
I know that she's alive. Is that not like something like kind of interesting to hear from? Like, I know that she's alive. Like, has anybody here? Well, maybe it could be a little something that's like, I know that she's alive. It's in my heart of hearts. I know my baby is alive. This has got me really fucking conflicted right now. Oh my gosh.
Or nothing at all. I mean,
We have more than speculation.
as every tip and
What that mean?
every lead followed up on.
Directly.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That we have more than speculation. We have a lot.
What? What do you have?
A lot.
What do you have?
This was essentially a direct confrontation. The detective has just told Casey they have sufficient evidence to prove her guilt. Casey doesn't refute or even respond to the accusation. She instead falls back to her ridiculous dialogue once again, hoping the confidence in her voice will mask the absurdity of what she's actually saying.
Well, and I said the same thing to them, that, they said that we're at the end of a hallway, and I'm thinking we're at the end of a hallway and there's two doors. Which door are we going to go through? Or I guess this is, we're at this point, and
We are at this point where
the final step is which door is walked through.
Or what that mean?
well beyond where we were before. I mean, those issues are gone, okay? And when we refer to we're at the end of the hallway, I think you were well aware of what hallway we're talking about.
What hallway?
Do you understand that?
What are we talking about, a hallway?
Well, so there's no question, I guess. You can specify that at this point. For what your perspective is on that.
Girl, what hallways we talking about?
Can we come right back?
Yeah, that's fine.
You planning on running off?
I'm not going anywhere.
I gotta stretch out a little bit. I'm not as young as I used to be.
It's unfortunate that right when the pressure was starting to build, the second detective interrupts the exchange and they both leave the room soon after. Casey waits alone for roughly 40 minutes before her attorney shows up.
Damn.
He's gonna ask you a question. You don't say anything else other than the answer. Okay?
Casey, based on our conversation today, and I read you that form, basically just the same thing I said to Mr. Baez over the phone. If there's been numerous requests for opportunities to speak with us and come to a resolution here. And that's why we brought you here instead of the jail. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, based on your request for us to call him and bring him here, he's here. So what we're going to try to do is give you a few minutes somewhere that's not recorded. No secrets, I told you. This room's recorded. I have to be able to approach my chain and explain why.
The detective now guilefully takes Casey up on her previous offer, where she insisted they were willing to sit down with police and answer questions.
But first, I needed you to tell him, in your own words, if you will, that you'd like to take the opportunity to deal with us like you've made that request in the past. So, is that something you want to tell him?
I told him the same thing we talked about before, that we would entertain any questions that they have. We would listen and discuss it, and if we have something to respond, we'll respond.
Okay.
Do you want to speak to me in private?
Yes.
So we can clarify this?
Yes.
It would come as no surprise that no conference was to be had. Casey was instead taken to the county jail, where she would remain for 2.5 years awaiting trial.
Damn.
Once this footage was released to the public domain, the consensus was that Casey at best was a cold-hearted mother, and at worst, a hideous, despicable murderer. But what's curious is that although these opinions may be accurate, they came from a completely misguided notion, being that her behavior in the footage was entirely genuine.
Okay, one thing I do want to say is, like, I'm going to type in text what the fuck, or Google what the hell actually happened to Kaylee, because I have a feeling like this video is not going to tell me what actually happened to her. But I don't know.
Casey was in all likelihood being completely fake this entire time.
My
So you
goodness.
might be curious as to why a person would actually fake such a poised temperament, when it would be far more fitting to fake sadness and despair. We all have aspects to ourselves that are ungenuine to a certain degree. How
so?
we act at a business dinner won't be the way we are at home with our close friends or family.
Well, that's probably why I'm seen as such a bad person. I don't give a fuck who I'm in front of. I'm just not going to curse in front of you. I mean, you can ask the people that met me. It's just like, oh, okay. I don't know. But I understand why some people be fake, though. You know, they just probably have a perception of how they think they need to act in certain situations. Obviously, this is absolved of this specific situation.
The more comfortable the setting, the more we can be ourselves. Those educated on Casey's past would assert that she was rarely sad.
Why is there so many fucking pictures of this lady? Oh my gosh. We have her in different fonts, spaces, mediums. Like, good Lord. What is this professional ass picture? What?
Rarely angry, but always this bubbly and agreeable personality, even when it didn't suit the situation. She was one of those people where something just seemed off, but you couldn't quite put your finger on it. The evidence put forward suggests that Casey was fake in every single setting and with every single person all of the time, a trait that might go unnoticed in everyday life, yet would clearly stand out when shown under the microscope of a criminal case study. Casey had become so accustomed to this fraudulent way of being that it even came as a natural behavior to her in the extraordinary setting we see here. And the assertion is that because Casey knew just how well she could fabricate this character, she thought she could use it to mask her anxiety, and thus conceal guilty behavior. Casey, in all likelihood, had little to no regard for her daughter. That's not even an argument anymore.
I mean,
but her true temperament here would likely be far more apprehensive due to the concern over her own welfare. Every time the detective insinuated an accusation, Casey kept the same tone, same demeanor, and same confident, lighthearted disposition. If you took her out of this interrogative setting and placed her in the mall with her friends, it would seem completely normal. She would be faking her personality in both environments, yet we are only able to realize it in one. This type of mindset is linked to sociopathy.
Bro, she looks completely different in every fucking photo that she... Oh my gosh.
Whatever the situation or circumstance, they need to have an advantage over you. So how do they do this? They lie, and also calculate how they are going to feel and react to a certain situation before it occurs. The entirety of her focus was on making herself look good rather than being worried about the actual quality of her character.
But she has never, like, really looked... Like, to me, she has not done anything to make her look good. It's like... In terms of just like the spectrum of humans, it's just like, oh, she's just a person that's a little bit of a fucking asshole. Like, I haven't seen anything about her that made it seem like she looks good. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those times where you meet somebody in your life and they're just like them. Like, they're not good or bad until you find out about something that they probably did. So, like, it's just like, she's just a person. And honestly, I've noticed that a lot of people are fucking assholes. So I do like to look or try to see the good in people. But sometimes people are literally just mean, miserable, or like flagrant, or crass, or it's just like just what they are. But in a certain type of setting, that's going to swing the pendulum to the spectrum of, oh yeah, you're bad. You may be evil. You know what I'm saying? And for her, it's just like this pendulum is like at the middle, like slightly towards the left, and the left is bad, and it's just like just swinging back and forth depending on what type of spawn point she's at. Or, not spawn point, sorry. In what type of like server she's in. And by server, I mean just like wherever she is. You know what I'm saying? And also just talking to your mom a certain type of way, it does like do something to me. So
Casey, in a nutshell, was an inauthentic person, long before she ever gave birth to her ill-fated daughter.
Okay.
And her skill at deception alongside her manufactured personality is arguably the most terrifying part of this entire case.
And the whole kill is like, in this what, 17 minutes of us watching this case, give or take how long it's gonna take me to yap, but I'm coming from this that she's just a fucking liar. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's just a liar. And that's also a character flaw. And it's like, you can't be trusted. You're a fucking liar, bro. Like, that's just what it is. You sit in that shit. You've been sitting in that for years. You a liar. But then again, I'm like, what the fuck happened to Kaylee? You know what I'm saying? Like, just killing somebody, or or just like the stuff about killing someone or being implicated in a murder brings out a certain type of energy out of people. Just because you're a liar does not mean you're a murderer. However, in the case of, we don't even know what happened to Kaylee, the lies may lean us towards the pendulum of you being the murderer. But then again, we don't know what's happening. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I feel like I'm on a wild goose chase. Honestly, I really feel like I am. And that's just off the sense of she's just talking and trying to seem a certain type of way. What the fuck happened to Kaylee?
On December 11th, 2008, just under 5 months since she was reported missing, Kaylee's skeletal remains were discovered in a swamp less.
Hey, bro. Oh my fucking goodness. Nothing would have prepared me for that. Nothing would have prepared me for that. Nothing would have prepared for me that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Than a mile away from the Anthony household.
Yo.
She was wrapped in a Winnie the Pooh blanket and then placed in a canvas laundry bag.
Yo.
Duct tape was discovered around the nose and mouth area of the skull, and her death was ruled a homicide. Prosecutors in the case then announced they would be seeking the death penalty. There were a multitude of discoveries made in the lead-up to the trial. And
well, it seemed like she free and about. I saw her ass on TikTok. What the hell happened during the case?
Many believed it to be
the trial, sorry.
Open and shut case due to the damnatory nature of the evidence. On the last day Kaylee was seen alive by anyone other than her mother, and the day many believed she was murdered, Casey Anthony made the following internet searches.
Shot girl costumes? What? Suffocate. Foolproof suffocation. What?
At 7:54 p.m. that same evening, Casey and her boyfriend Tony were seen in a Blockbuster video store. Kaylee was nowhere in sight, and many presume she was already dead and decomposing in Casey's trunk at this point. In the following weeks, Casey went out partying most nights. Just 3 days after her daughter's supposed abduction, she was captured in various photos participating in a hot body contest. 12 days after, she got a tattoo on her back saying Bella Vita, an Italian motto that translates beautiful life. She also made an entry in her diary around the same time which read, I completely trust my own judgment, and I knew that I made the right decision. This is the happiest that I have been in a very long time. I hope that my happiness will continue to grow.
Oh my gosh, 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 please, 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 hold on. I'm going to make an assumption, and it's punching me in my fucking chest right now. Please, somebody please tell me that this lady... Also, please forgive me for what I'm about to say. Please. I don't know this woman. The things that have been, from what I've been shown, is pointing me to an I don't give a shit type of attitude. And please tell me that she did not resent her daughter and wanted to be free from being a mother. And she did this. And now she felt free. Somebody please tell me this is not the case. Somebody please tell me this is not the case. Somebody please fucking tell me this is not the case. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. I need to see more nuance, bro. There's a lot of like factors that's going in that's make me really fucking sad. But come on, bro. Come on, cuz. Come on. I don't want to. Come on, bro. Come. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Bro, this don't. It's a jump. It's a jump. It's such a jump to me. And am I tripping? Am I tripping? Somebody please tell me I'm tripping. Somebody please tell me I'm tripping. She doesn't seem like somebody. Like, off of what's going on, she doesn't seem like somebody that would just snap and kill her daughter because she wants to be free. She just seems like a fucking liar. I've been around liars all of my life. Never would I think they would kill their daughter. Please tell me she didn't do this. Come on, bro. 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 We need to finish this. We got to finish this. I don't feel good. I don't feel good. I'm going to search up what actually happened. If there's anything, this happened in 2008. Apparently, she got a fucking documentary and she came back on TikTok and I heard that she's probably pregnant.
Trial commenced on May 24th, 2011. The gist of the prosecution's argument was that Casey suffocated her daughter with duct tape and then placed her in the trunk for a few days before disposing of her body in the swamp. The motive for the murder was the primary focus during their opening statement.
This isn't just a case about Casey Marie Anthony. It's a story about Kaylee Anthony as well. Kaylee Anthony
She not
was
smiling
born
now.
on August 9th of 2005. It was a Tuesday. And Kaylee lived nearly every day of her life on a quiet residential street
Bro, come on.
in Orlando called Hope Spring Drive.
What the fuck?
Casey Anthony, Kaylee's mother, appeared to all outward observers to be what her parents thought she was. A loving mother working hard to provide support for her daughter. But as
I'm gonna keep it P, bro. I don't have no dog in the race in terms of like speaking on like women and like their children and just like the psyche of a woman who has a child, because I know postpartum is a thing. I know all these other things, and I'm also learning about certain things that I wasn't taught. I'm just learning in real time. And this is something that I feel like I do need to sit out on and not have this like outward type of rage, because this is not my wheelhouse. Going off of, and this is probably why it may seem like I'm siding with her. From what I'm looking at, it's like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Like, I know she's a liar. That's not something that's really surprising. I've been around liars all my life. But killing your child, that's something that is a very touchy subject. And I'm not about to vilify, and it's like, I have a hard time vilifying somebody with, I have a hard time vilifying a mother killing their children, especially when everything seems like it's just up in the air. And when it seems like the only thing that can pinpoint that is that someone is just lying about stuff. It like muddies the waters for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like giving all these names, giving this, is that, and a third. I'm trying to figure out who did it. They found her skeletal remains, bro. To me, a mom, honestly, to me, and what I have grown up to learn from the two women that raised me, it's like a mother ain't finna party in a time like this. They not finna party. If anything, they probably have a party at the house or something, at their own house. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like all this up in the air stuff is really conflicting me. And I don't want to die on the hill saying like this woman is a murderer, because I don't know. I don't know. The ambiguity is fucking with me. It's really fucking with me. And I don't want to be somebody to make a like a grandiose statement off of ambiguity. But what I will do is like be like, "Oh, you're a fucking liar. Oh, you talk to your mom that way?" It's like, bro, those little details that people put on her, I'm like tapping into like the details, because still to this day I can never fathom or think a mom would kill her daughter, bro. Like I'm not at that point in my life yet, and I don't want to get to that point to just be like, "Oh, she killed her daughter." That beep, like nah. And maybe I'm too soft. I don't know. Y'all gonna tell me in the comments. But it's just like, bro, you not sad? You not sad? You lying? Making up names that are actually real, but it's like just a random name. Zanny the nanny. Bro, huh?
the evidence in this case,
Because who's to say this isn't a postpartum thing? And I'm just now learning about postpartum, bro. It's fucking me up every single time I learn about it. It's like, holy shit. Holy fuck. Oh my gosh.
and the investigation into the back.
And I'm not saying like this is a postpartum thing. I'm just going off of my information given and things that I've learned within the years of me just learning stuff. Shit, y'all already probably like vilifying me for finding out about this case in 2026. And I'm okay with that. You really never know people. And that's just it. You never know people.
Background of Casey Anthony will show that was an illusion. On Monday, June 16th, Cindy Anthony goes to work.
You know, the thing that's kind of like also frying me is that she told her parents not to come to the trial. And they sitting there front and center. So that just means Casey probably just be talking. She just be talking that shit. She be talking mad heavy. And niggas is not going for it. But like, I don't know. It rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. Y'all can vilify me if you want. I'm sorry. You can't talk to your parents like that, and not in front of me. Hell no. You know, I would like to say probably fasting before this case was probably not the best idea, because I do get very hangry. But I haven't eaten anything since 5 a.m. I just ate something. And I still don't know, but I hope the rest of this video is not going to be flagrant on my part. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm conflicted. I don't know. I don't know. And it's fucking me up right now. I'm not gonna lie. Bro. Shit. Anyway. Let's keep going. The fuck, Casey? Damn.
As I've described, sometime between 7 and 8 a.m. and is out of the house until late evening. George Anthony specifically recalls that at 12:50 p.m. on June 16th of 2008,
okay,
his daughter Casey left the residence on Hope Spring Drive with Kaylee Marie Anthony.
Okay, June 16th.
Kaylee was wearing a pink shirt, jean shorts, sunglasses, and a backpack.
Sunglasses? Okay. What?
And JoJo, George Anthony, kissed his granddaughter goodbye. And never saw her again.
I ain't gonna lie. This is hitting me in the kisser. Last time I saw my dad was New Year's Day, 2010. No, New Year's Day, 2011. That's the first. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. A lot of stuff be hitting me, bro. The first time I got a hug from my father, and this was messing me up about family and kids and just like parents. The first time I got a hug from my dad was the first time that he told me that he loved me. That was January 1st, 2011. The next day, I remember that day. Verbatim. I know exactly what happened. If you're new here, you don't know the story, but if you're not new here, you know the story. I have a bias towards just like saying I love you, giving hugs, all these things. Damn. Fuck, bro. It's officially been 15 years. This shit fucking with me, cuz I ain't gonna lie. It always fucks with me, but, you know, gotta keep moving forward. Let's keep moving forward. That messed me up, but it is what it is. Come on, let's keep going.
In fact, no one but Casey Anthony.
Also, if nobody like knows or just like forgets or whatever, I don't know if I ever said this, but like New Year's Day, when the clock struck 12 and the ball dropped, my dad hugged me for the first time in my fucking life and said he loved me for the first time in my life. I was 11. The next day, I watched him die over my railing. And I didn't even get to see him say his last words. I didn't even know if he was dead or not. Got to the hospital. His mom was there. And the first thing I saw when I got to the hospital was my mom and my grandma coming out of the grieving room. That was my dad, bro. Imagine being late to your own dad's, like, niggas couldn't even let me go into the fucking grieving room, bro. Just whatever. I'm a man. Let me lock in. And don't worry about that. I reminisce about that shit every fucking day, bro. Not even just every day. Don't let me be dramatic. I reminisce it every January 2nd and January 1st. The New Year is always fucked up for me, so that just is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Fuck it.
Saw Haley Marie Anthony.
It's not about me right now. I'm sorry.
Again. The evidence in this case will establish that there is no other reason for the placement of multiple pieces of duct tape on this child's face, mouth, and nose other than the specific intent to end that child's life. No one but Casey Anthony had access to all the pieces of evidence in this case. The duct tape, the laundry bag, the blanket, the shorts, the shirt, the car.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, you doing all this little shake, rattle and roll, bro. At this point, you need to snitch on whatever the fuck is going on. If you the person that did this shit, you need to snitch on yourself, bro. You need to snitch on yourself. The fact, like I don't know what happened. This is fucking me up.
No one else lied to their friends, to their family, to investigators. No one else benefited from the death of Kaylee Marie Anthony.
You know, the thing about, like, just the art of Sonder and the art of not giving a fuck, people will literally bring people into a whole type of, like, rigmarole or a whole type of wild goose chase just to save their ass. I didn't know Zanny the nanny was a real person. And Zanny the nanny is not even the real person. Zanny the nanny. But whatever Miss Z Fernandez Gonzalez is, I don't want to mess up her name. It's like, bro, you brought this lady into, bro, it's just a bunch of shit that's like just bringing people into this bullshit. What the fuck happened to Kaylee? She was suffocated and put in a trunk, and her skeletons were found.
Kaylee's death allowed Casey Anthony to live the good life. At least for those 31 days.
And he's saying a good life. She was just at house parties drinking. I don't know if she was drinking, but just having a time. She was facing cameras, smiling, all this shit. Like, bro, what the fuck? This your daughter. Y'all went through like thick and thin together. Like, honestly, y'all went through thick and thin together. Post the 9 months. It's like, bro, what the hell? You want to be free so bad, that's what you want to do? Okay, but just know this little girl is in the world now. Sometimes when you make a decision or whatever has happened, I don't know. You know what? Let me put sorry. My bad. Sorry, Sorry, my bad. Is it gonna come back? Oh, this is a mess. This is a fucking mess. Bro, come on, cuz. Don't do this. It's just like I don't know, and I don't have a dog in the race. I don't know. I need to learn more because it doesn't make sense to me. If it's just postpartum, because what I've learned is that postpartum does not have a specific time limit. I don't have a dog in the race, so I'm just learning from you all. If you comment on this case, it's just like, bro, like it seemed like she ain't give a fuck. That's my takeaway. It seems like she did not give a fuck about her daughter. To me, that's sad.
Although there was a lack of direct physical evidence tying the defendant to her daughter's death, the evidence the state actually had still seemed overwhelming, and they understandably thought relying on the facts alone would easily secure a conviction. The defense, on the other hand, were up against it. So not only did they use charm and appeal to sway the jury's attention away from the evidence, they dropped an absolute bombshell in their opening statements to create as much doubt as human.
I mean, this Jose Baez, bro. This is Jose fucking Baez. I just found out that this nigga got Aaron Hernandez. Harvey.
Humanly possible.
On behalf of the defense, I want to thank you for the sacrifice that you've made in your jury service and coming here and helping us see justice. We know it's no easy task, and we intend, I'm sure both sides, on getting you home as quickly as possible once you have all of the information that you need. Everyone wants to know what happened. How in the world can a mother wait 30...
You know, the whole kill for that, because I went to, I went to jury duty. I'm absolved of saying anything about jury duty. You know, I love when the judge, like, gives a little bit light to the people in jury duty, knowing damn well that judge don't give no goddamn fuck about no damn, what's it called? Don't get no gosh darn fuck about no damn what if we need to go home. Man, the judge know that we need to be here and we are picked at random to come here. Don't try to butter me up. I know what's going on. Shoot. Don't try to butter me up. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about it. You think you... Oh, I want you to go home. No, you don't. You don't. You don't. But that's besides the point. That's just something I wanted to tell y'all. Hopefully, the Maryland government don't come for me to say that. Yeah, I had jury duty one day. That's me being a sovereign citizen of the Maryland state and being a citizen of the U.S. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if the judge over here talking about some, I want you to go home. I know you have to. Man, please. They had my ass there till 5:30. That's why I didn't have a damn. That's why I did not make no videos on the 7th of January. Fuck out of here. Anyway,
before ever reporting her child missing.
Again, I'm sorry. This shit not about me. Sorry for making anything in any type of topics about me. I had my reasons. I thought I was trying to make sense of it. If it comes off as insensitive, I apologize. Also, I don't like the way this nigga hair is. I don't like that. It don't matter. It don't matter. That white man he got himself a nice time. Sorry.
It's
sorry,
insane.
We get.
It's bizarre. Something's just not right about that.
What's not right?
Well, the answer is actually relatively simple. She never was missing. Kaylee Anthony died on June 16, 2008, when she drowned in her family's swimming pool.
Huh?
Well, the reason we're all here is because of the commonality of this tragedy.
She died in a Huh? Why am I just hearing this now? Excuse me. The last thing I heard about a child dying in a swimming pool was DeVito's child passing away in a swimming pool. That's what I remember. Maybe my recollection is wrong, but why is this the first time I'm hearing this? Died in a swimming pool.
but of the uniqueness of the family that it happened to. You will hear about ugly things.
Wait, what? Why is this the first time we're hearing this? Why is this the first time we're hearing this? Is she covered? Whose swimming pool was it? You want to know the whole kill that's throwing me off? Why was she found a certain type of way as skeletal remains? And she passed away in a swimming pool. A swimming pool. But her skeletal remains were found somewhere else. Do that make sense to you? Oh my God. I beg you all to please tell me what you think about this case. This case is 15 plus years. It's been 15 years, bro. Please let me know what you think about this, because this is crazy. A swimming pool? What?
Things that people don't speak about. Things that Casey never spoke about. On June 16th, 2008, after Kaylee died, Casey did what she's been doing all her life, or for most of it, hiding her pain. Going into that dark corner and pretending that she does not live in the situation that she's living in.
You know, is it bad that I feel like I'm a bad person because I don't trust Jose Baez. I don't trust that nigga. I don't trust him. I don't. Sorry, I don't. He represented Harvey Weinstein, who's a raper. And he also it's not funny, but he also represented Aaron Hernandez. And I know about Aaron Hernandez. Before all these docs and everything was I remember this because I used to watch football a lot. You know what, bro? I don't trust people who have a track record like this, bro. And that's the thing that be getting me about law is like, literally, you can sway a jury with your words and your charisma. That should be throwing me off. Regardless if somebody did this. Like, Jose Baez is one of them people for me. I'm just like, yo, you must make a good argument to make some shit happen. I don't trust the lawyer. Sorry, I don't trust the lawyer. Brian Steele, honestly, until he represented Diddy, I was just like, oh, he just doing his job because he did what he did for Young Thug. And it's also like, people know. Niggas know about Young Thug. I know about. Hey, come on, bro. Like, another story for another day. Let's keep going. What the fuck happened to Kaylee, man?
Family must keep its secrets quiet. And it all began when Casey was 8 years old and her father came into her room and began to touch her inappropriately.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Did this really fucking happen? Somebody please tell me, did this happen or not? In the comments, please. Why are we hearing this now? 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 I hate being thrown through a loop. Y'all ain't give a shit about that young baby, man. Y'all ain't give a shit about baby Kaylee, cuz. What the fuck is wrong with these people, cuz? I don't even know, bro. Am I naive? But the whole kill is Casey's a liar. A proven liar. And I don't play about no child assault. I don't play about that. That's did it really happen? I don't want to get into my mode of like assuming right now. I don't. What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? This shit fucking crazy. This shit fucking crazy. This shit fucking great. Did that nigga touch that baby? Excuse me.
This child, who at 8 years old, learned to lie immediately. She could be 13 years old, have her father's penis in her mouth, and then go to school.
Hey, Slim, go to fuck.
And play with the other kids as if nothing ever happened. That will help you understand why no one knew that her child was dead.
Is that what happened?
The trial would go on to last 6 weeks, with the prosecution exposing the truly dark and deceptive nature of Casey's character. While the state relied on fact, the defense clung on to theory, and proposed every conspiracy under the sun in the hope they would create enough skepticism and confusion.
Theory? Theory? Huh? It's about some damn theory? Granddad touching your fucking daughter is not no fucking theory. Did it happen or not? Why are we tapping into some fucking theory? I'm gonna calm down. Why did it take us this long to even see something about this? Like the whole kill is like she talked to her mom and dad. So you mean to tell me you talked to your mom and dad with this cordial little cry, what's it called, and you held this in? And then we get to the trial, you tell Jose Baez that your dad touched your baby. Bro, I keep going. Bro, my brain fucked up right now. I ain't gonna lie. My brain fucked up, bro. My brain fucked up, cuz. Hold on, bro.
One of the more noted details of the trial was the courtroom presence of Jose Baez. He had an exceptional ability of narrative control and storytelling, and his capacity to create a connection with a jury seemed far more adequate than that of the state. This was recognized and mentioned multiple times in the media.
I don't give a fuck about how nobody say no type of nothing. There been some Morgan Freeman narrations that didn't make no damn sense. I don't give a fuck if you portrayed God and Bruce Almighty. I don't give a shit. Charisma don't hit me like it hit regular people. No. What the fuck? What? Is there like a video about this case in full? Like Karen Reed trial? Is it like a case about that? Cause what the fuck? I feel like I have whiplash. I really feel like I have whiplash. I ain't gonna lie.
Yet the overwhelming majority of those following the case were almost certain that it wouldn't be enough to save the defendant. Closing arguments were put forward on Sunday, the 3rd of July.
When you have a child, that child becomes your life. This case is about the clash between that responsibility and the expectations that go with it and the life that Casey Anthony wanted to have. Casey meets Tony. Tony has this life.
What life?
He's free. He's a club promoter. He's out there at night with the loud music and dancing, and it's a great free life. So she has a choice. A life tethered to a child, or a life free to be 22.
Hey, Slim, go the fuck ahead. No, I don't want to hear nothing about that. Nigga, I'm black and I got people in nightlife, sex work, all these other things, and a good amount of them have children. It's possible to do both. Make sure your child, if that's what you need to do to provide for your child, make sure that they have adequate care. I don't give a fuck about that if that nigga's a party promoter. Make sure your kid is good. Who the fuck is Zanny? What the fuck happened with your kid, bro? There's literal things like you can't say me cuz it's free cuz you in Florida. No, bro. No, I don't believe it. I may be proven wrong, and I'll accept that if I am proven wrong. But I know people who are able to do both. There are super single moms out there who may run the pole, run the bartending, be in nightlife, be in sex work to make sure their child is good. You run it by a So my thing is if this baby drowned in this pool, why are skeletons found in a car? Why the car got a dead body smell? Why the car got a dead body smell? This judge in the back over here looking pensive as hell, just like, like I. Hey, bro, nah, hey, bro, please, for the love of Jesus, for the love of Jesus, Yeshua, no, Yahweh, I cannot. I should have put my light blue Jesus hoodie on because I can't. I don't want to say nothing crazy. I can't. No.
And as hard as it is for anyone to imagine, she had to choose between sacrificing two things.
You gonna sacrifice your baby girl for a nigga that's a club promoter? A nigga that's a club promoter? I'm not, I don't want to say like, hey, I know a lot of club promoters too. Y'all real niggas. I'm gonna keep it P. Whoever this main squeeze that you got, please understand that their daughter is more important than you. Okay? Full stop. That's it. Okay? Actually, as a man, you should tell the person that you're dealing with to take care of their fucking daughter. Because there ain't shit going on in the club for real that's more important than their daughter. And you got my 26-year-old ass telling you this shit. You probably ain't gonna listen to me. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Ain't no dick worth it. No, ain't no dick worth it. Ain't no penis worth it. Ain't no fucking penis worth it. Take care of your fucking kids.
Was her dreams and the life she wanted. And the second was her child. And we submit to you the evidence in this case shows that the choice she made was her child.
Here we are at the end of our journey. And I have to tell you that I probably think you have more questions than you have answers.
What about the granddad in the pool?
And if you recall at opening statements, the final thing that I told you, at the end of the day, when everything is said and done, the one question will never be answered. The key question in this case will never be answered. It can never be proven. And that is, how did Kaylee die? I'm going to start with my biggest fear. I'm going to tell you right up front what I fear may happen in this case.
What do you fear, Jose?
I want to talk to you about it and explain why I feel that way. This case deals with so much emotion. I know that there were times where every single person in here felt something deep down inside. Your rules of deliberation, what the law is that this case must not be decided
for or against anyone because you feel sorry for anyone or are angry at anyone.
You'll notice that Mr. Baez locks the jury's focus on this while subtly concealing this. He presents the argument that the prosecution has purposely got the jury emotionally invested in the case in the hope it would push them towards a guilty verdict. Yet in this exact same statement, he himself is getting them emotionally invested for the exact opposite reason. While refuting the prosecution's supposed attempt to entice anger, he subtly attempts to evoke empathy. Say what you want about this attorney and the ethics of his conduct, but what you are about to witness is expertly done, and what many believe to be what saved Casey Anthony's life.
I want to see this. I love seeing people try to sway somebody or manipulate somebody. I love seeing shit like that. I want to see what he says. Please, let me know what you say, Mr. Baez.
And that's because, obviously, we want you to base your verdict on the evidence.
Why she lie?
Not on emotion.
Why she lie? Why ain't she have no emotion? Why she lie?
And it's my biggest fear because it's such a difficult thing for you to push aside. Kaylee Anthony was a beautiful, sweet, innocent child who died far too soon. There's no doubt about it, and that is not disputed by anyone. But to parade her up here to invoke your emotion would be improper.
Parade the dead child that had no deserving any type of things that she has done to have this happen to her. Her skeletal remains were found. The first time we heard anything about anything but whatever is going on, her missing, is we just randomly said she died in a pool. Okay, she died in a pool. What did the autopsy say? Actually, you know what? Niggas, bro, I ain't playing, bro. This case is old as a bitch. We're about to see what the fuck actually happened. Cause no, I don't know. I don't trust this Jose Baez nigga. So what happened to Kaylee Anthony? Oh, I feel like I just spoiled this shit. Hey, Slim, you know, I knew this shit would happen. I knew this shit would fucking happen. I knew this shit would happen. I knew this shit would happen. Cause what the fuck? It says in the opening statement, I put what happened to Kaylee Anthony. In opening statements, lead prosecutor Burdick described the story of Kaylee's disappearance day by day. Prosecutor stated that Casey used chloroform to incapacitate Kaylee before suffocating her with duct tape, leaving the body in the trunk of her car before disposing of it. It says why she was released. I knew she was released because her ass was on TikTok and all this other shit. In July 2011, Casey was found not guilty of first-degree murder, aggravated manslaughter, and child abuse. However, she was found guilty on 4 counts of providing false information to law enforcement. She was sentenced to 1 year in jail, but was released after less than 2 weeks' time served. Hold on. She can't be tried again because of double jeopardy. Yeah, but double jeopardy ain't mean shit in terms of Karen Reed, but okay. There's a Casey Anthony law. Several state level legislative acts prompted by the make it a felony for parents or guardians to fail to report a missing child within a specific time frame, typically 24 hours. So you mean to tell me Casey Anthony got her ass like scot-free from this shit and nobody was tried for the death of her daughter? And the only thing she got tried for is lying to the police. And she got out in 2 weeks. So we don't know what the fuck happened to Kaylee. Hold on, because no, y'all got me fucked up. What? I can't. No. Was Kaylee Anthony's killer ever found? Hey, bro, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. So nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on. Wait, what? What does it say? Hold on. What the fuck is this AI? Is AI lying? Is AI lying? What the fuck am I looking at? The father of Kaylee Anthony is George Anthony, who along with his wife Cindy lived with Kaylee and her mother, Casey Anthony, in Orlando, Florida, and reported Kaylee missing in 2008 after noticing her car smelled of decomposition, leading to a widely publicized investigation after trial. George testified extensively during the trial, expressing strong emotions and conflicting beliefs about his daughter Casey's involvement of this death. George Anthony, he left a 5-page suicide. Slim. Bro, what the fuck is going on, bro? What the fuck is going on, bro? Why is there so many layers? What the fuck is going on, bro? Either AI did some dumb shit. Hold on, cuz. What? May have taken his own life? What? Bro. What a... Come on, bro. Wait. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Why is there so much information? And it said Jesse? Okay, so this Jesse Ortiz person is Kaylee's father? Bro, no, bro, what? Why is this a fucking thing? Why can't y'all find her father? Why is this the AI overview? Bro, what? I'm finna get angry as a bitch. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm finna get mad. I'm already mad. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm mad as shit. Hold on. I don't like all this random ass information.
It's improper under the law, and it's improper as to the rules of your deliberation. He went on for a great length of time talking about this beautiful child. Not on his evidence, not on the evidence that was presented before you. It was to set up the emotion for what was to come. And that is exactly how this case was presented. They didn't come right out the gate and show you the evidence. They gave you 2 weeks of testimony that was completely irrelevant and served only one purpose.
Why did Casey lie?
And that was to paint Casey Anthony as a slut, as a party girl.
A slut? What slutty shit she did? I ain't hearing no shit about no damn slut. I know she liked to party. I ain't hearing no shit about her being no damn slut. Only thing I heard is her being a damn liar. What the hell that got to do with her being a slut? And also, what's wrong with being a slut? You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
As a girl who lies and has absolutely nothing to do with how Kaylee died.
I mean, she lied though.
And this prosecution was geared in such a manner that it was deliberate, it was methodical, it was thorough, and it was detailed.
Mr. Baez then focuses on the fact that the state has the burden of proof, and thereafter continues to intertwine the two essential features of his argument, empathy and doubt.
Don't speculate. Don't guess. It has to be proven to you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. If you don't know what happened, it wasn't proven.
Didn't you say she drowned in a pool?
We don't want you to tell us what you think happened. We want you to tell us what was proven happened.
So it was proven that Kaylee drowned in a pool. And it was also proven that Casey's dad assaulted Kaylee. These are words that you have said.
And that's the difference here. Because you know what? We can go on and speculate all day long as to the different theories that were posed before you, as to the different possibilities. But the truth of the matter is it must be what was proven. There are no mysteries to solve here. There should be no mystery before you right now. If you have questions, then it was not proven. And that's as simple as it goes.
What?
Now, back to what I was saying with their initial setup, the way the case was presented, the first couple of weeks. You see, the strategy behind that is if you hate her, if you think she's a lying, no good slut, then you'll start to look at this evidence in a different light.
What are you talking about?
You'll start to, oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'm seeing something that's not there. And start to actually discriminate against her rather than give her the standard that is afforded to each and every citizen in our country.
Who the fuck said she was a slut? Nobody said that. Nobody had any inclination of her being a slut in this video right now. If she was deemed to be a slut, I mean, you can tell me if she was. That don't mean shit about shit. Like, she lied. I don't. Why are we? Why? Well, because she's a slut because she wanted to use her hoo-ha. I don't care if she's a slut or not. Like, why are we? Where the fuck? Who is Zanai? Who is Zandy the nanny? What the?
And that is that the state, that the government come in here and prove their case beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. But you can get away with that if we can get a jury to hate her. But you're here to fulfill an oath. You've labored tremendously over this journey.
She lied.
And we're going to ask you to render a verdict of not guilty.
Okay.
On these charges because they simply were not proven. And they're simply not true.
For the 9th Judicial Circuit in and for Orange County, Florida. State of Florida versus Casey Marie Anthony. As to case number 2008 CF 15606-0. As to the charge of first-degree murder, verdict as to count 1. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty, so say we all, dated at Orlando, Orange County, Florida, on this 5th day of July, 2011, signed foreperson. As to the charge of aggravated child abuse, verdict as to count 2. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty, so say we all, dated at Orlando, Orange County, Florida, this 5th day of July, 2011, signed foreperson. As to the charge of aggravated manslaughter of a child, verdict is to count 3. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty. So say we all, dated at Orlando, Orange County, Florida, this 5th day of July, 2011, signed foreperson. And juror number 12, were these your true and correct verdicts? Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Will counsel and the defendant approach the podium?
Well, I hope that this is a lesson to those of you who have indulged in media assassination for 3 years, bias and prejudice and incompetent talking heads saying what would be and how to be. I'm disgusted by some of the lawyers that have done this, and I can tell you that my colleagues from coast to coast and border to border,
coast to coast and border to border,
have condemned.
Wait, whoa, what the hell is this news ticker? What is going on? Oh, okay.
This whole process of lawyers getting on television and talking about cases that they don't know a damn thing about and don't have the experience to back up their words or the law to do it. Now you've learned a lesson. And we appreciate the jury. Those of you that have been objective and professional, we like it. Others, we're going to be talking to again. Thank you very much.
Casey did not murder Kaylee.
Who did?
It's that simple.
Who did? Who did?
And today, our system of justice has not dishonored her memory by a false conviction.
Most of you were...
There's no way this just ends like this. So are we just like not going to know who killed Kaylee? Is everything just going to be up in the air? So all this happened and everything is just going to be up in the air. Casey serves 1 year but gets out in 2 weeks. I don't like this ambiguity. I don't like this. I don't like this. What the fuck happened? This baby it's just deemed like deceased and it's so ambiguous. We can't even tell who did it. Even ain't this like, what is it, 14 years? No, 8. It's almost been 20 years, bro. And we still don't know what happened to this baby. So this nigga Jose Baez, or these people just finna just say the granddad assaulted the... I don't know. Bro, I'm conflicted. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I don't know. So justice is not finna be served just off of ambiguity. And that's okay with people? That's okay with you? Huh? I don't know anymore. You know what? The outro is just about to be, y'all please have a good day. And what do you think about this case? I don't know anymore. I'm just like, what the bro? This don't sit right with me, bro. This don't sit right with me at all. So we're never going to know who actually killed Kaylee. And people are just okay with that. Hello, this is me in the future in editing, Sebastine. I just got intel and word about this documentary for Casey Anthony, and I just got some information about the granddad doing a lot of freaky fuck things. I haven't watched the documentary yet. I don't know if I should watch it. I don't know what's going on, but just the simple fact that we got this seemingly random mention of the granddad touching Kaylee. I just got word that the granddad was touching Casey. The simple fact that I don't know anything that is true, and this is fresh off of me finishing the recording. I want to put this in the front of the video because I don't feel good about this case. Now I'm feeling like, bro, did the granddad do it? And she's trying to lie for the granddad? That's why she's lying like this? But it's like, I don't know. Because I saw on the AI overview that Kaylee that Kaylee is Casey's dad's and her child. This is messing me up, bro. This is messing me up. This is messing me so up. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Bro, what the fuck is going on? I don't know. And the simple fact that I don't know is I can't make a I don't know. Rest in peace to Kaylee. That's all that matters, bro. You ain't deserve this, man. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? You know, I want to just issue an apology. I don't know. And I may have come off a certain type of way off of the information given. And I know how people act or how people respond to things on the internet. You know, I just want to apologize for my ignorance. And it's like something that maybe not be my fault, but nah. I'm trying. I don't know. And I want to correct anything possible. Cause this is crazy, bro. This case happened in 2008 to 2011. It's 2026. And I saw her come on. I don't know what's going on. This makes me so sad. Bro, I just feel so sad. What the fuck?